Good evening and welcome. Welcome to another exciting edition of the program. Liberia first on GHT Talk. Today is Wednesday, July the 3rd, 2024, the eve of July the 4th, United States of America Independence Day celebration. We've got a great show coming up for all of us here. So if you join us for the very first time, we invite you to invite someone, like the page, follow the page, and be my guest. Tonight's celebrants, our cover photo is Mrs. Jeanette Vengador of Rhode Island. Happy birthday to you from your darling husband, Henry Doe, and kids. They all want to wish you well, including me here. Also, big sister Frances Diggs of New Jersey celebrates a milestone today. Happy birthday to you, Frances Diggs. Junior brother Gabriel West of Philadelphia. Happy birthday to you, T. West. And of course, our son celebrates his birthday today, Rodney P. Jar of Charlotte, North Carolina. Rodney, happy birthday to you as well. Jonette Bernard of Australia. Happy birthday to you, Miss Bernard. Want to wish you well. Also celebrating tonight, Stanley Jackson. Happy birthday to you. Winfred Dele of Detroit, Michigan. Hey, Winnie, happy birthday to you. Want to wish all of you well. If you join us again for the very first time, we say welcome to you. On this podcast, we insist we will be civil with one another. There will be no curse words, no insults of any kind. Our hot stories, our hot topics tonight. First, our monologue. Why is President Weah considered the most transformative and developmental leader of all times in Liberia? Despite the meager resources, he used tax dollars to spur development in every sector and county, thereby raising the bar exponentially. Could this be the reason that Joseph Yuma Boakai administration is scrambling and racing everywhere to either match his records or pass him? Could the developmental politics benefit the Liberian people and country? Was the CDC government deceptive in her attempts to develop the country? Why is the Boakai government so deceptive in her early stages? Let's dig deeper. And for our hot topics coming up, ELWA roundabout. A President Weah's project with 100% funding is being stolen by the Unity Party government and surrogates as their project. How can they lay claims to this? When did they break ground for it? Can they provide the sources of funds or funding? And who were the signers? Let's dig deeper. Also, coming up, a response to Information Minister Jerolimek Matthew Pierre has a personal hit for President Weah. Why? Let's dig deeper. Also, coming up, Winfred Russell candidacy. Winfred Russell is running for Minnesota 38th District State Representative seat. His campaign team has reached out to GHT Talk, Concerned Liberian Network family, for endorsements and support. He's willing to appear on GHT. What are your thoughts? But first, a surrogate and community leader of Minnesota, my friend and brother Kamar will be here to speak to us about why he supports Winfred Russell and why we should join the bandwagon. Okay, we got a great show coming up. Our panelists, some of our panelists are already in studio. We're going to be bringing them up momentarily. I got Rosalind Wenley, Sarah Dopo are all in tonight. Got a great show coming up. Also coming up, the CDC held a weekend for the sporting activities under the theme, transforming setbacks into a great comeback. How did they do? President Weah on Freedom FM and Letter to Seditions. The side attractions. Let's dig deeper. Also, coming up in our hot topics tonight, the drone man fight. Eugene Fagon and Charles Roberts in a fist fight in the NPA yard over a drone zooming over the National Port Authority premises. Why did Fagon take a drone to the NPA without security permission? Over 600 in update news. Over 600 Liberians working as contractors at the National Port Authority has been laid off. Told to go home, don't come back. No jobs for you. Why? The Boakai dragnet, we're going to put everybody down. We don't need all of that. It's taking ship. Outsourced. Unlike the CDC government who developed her own PAPD framework document, the Unity Party has outsourced her arrest agenda formulation. To whom? Let's dig deeper. For what cost? UP executives rush for wealth. Unity Party Secretary General Amos Tuer in a $9.7 million United States dollars EcoBank loan without legislative approval. It is alleged that he purchased a mammoth mansion in Accra, Ghana. He has since refused to cooperate with the legislature inquiry. Let's dig deeper. Also, in the hot topics tonight, the yellow machines and 2 buses. The buses have since returned to Accra, Ghana. What's your takeaway with the buses returning to Accra, Ghana from pressure from Ghanaians within the Republic of Ghana? Also, Liberians not wanting a second-hand, third-hand, 10-year-old bus coming out of Accra, Ghana. For these and many other stories, we are working for you tonight. We say sit back, relax, grab your drink of choice, your popcorn. You are in for good conversation, good TV tonight. Okay?
Boakai Padesine police kill an innocent child. His friends are crying for justice. There is a Liberia we are in today. Kill a 15-year-old child. Shoot and kill. Killing people every day. After the Kinjor massacre, he's continuing to kill innocent people. Now, his comrades, his friends are now protesting for justice. Boakai government is a killing government. He started with killing from the Kinjor massacre and he continues to kill people. Liberia is bleeding under the 4 and 7 leadership of Boakai. Now protesting for justice. Boakai government is a killing government. He started with killing from the King John massacre and he continues to kill people. Liberia is bleeding under the 4 and 7 leadership of Boakai. There is rehab community. They went at Mr. Boakai resident, but they were unfortunate to get their attention. Boakai partisan police continue to kill people. Boakai partisan police kill an innocent child. His friends are crying for justice. There is a Liberia we are in today. Kill a 15-year-old child. Shoot and kill. Killing people every day. After the King John massacre, he's continuing to kill innocent people. Now, his comrades, his friends are now protesting for justice. Boakai government is a killing government. He started with killing from the King John massacre and he
on the video. I want to your Liberians that are going to give you an update about the equipment. These are some of the equipment, the green car. I wonder you can see them. If you can see them, let me know when you watch so next time I can improve on the video. Our leaders, this is my voting card again. They say we should vote. We should vote for them again. I went to my own and they rejected me. They rejected me. All of the equipment are here. The majority of it is before ya. These are green cards. Costing Google it. Ask anybody. It costs $500,000. $500,000 is 500,000. $500,000, 500,000 times 5 right here. I told you that I would take you to the warehouse. Man, rejected me. All of the equipment are here. The majority of it is before ya. These are green cards. Costing Google it. Ask anybody. It costs $500,000. $500,000 is 500,000. $500,000, 500,000 times 5 right here. I told you that I would take you to the warehouse. My fellow Liberians, I'm appealing to you. This is not right. Liberia, we are wicked.
We've seen videos, not only pictures. We've seen videos of the VP at programs. And he's sitting there next to the president oftentimes. His eyes are closed, head bowed, almost throughout the duration of the program. Only pictures. We've seen videos of the VP at programs. And he's sitting there next to the president oftentimes. His eyes are closed, head bowed, almost throughout the duration of the program. Are you saying that he preach?
What am I going to do with you, sir? What am I going to do with you? But Jalap Kopa is pregnant for President Weah. It's been alleged. But why are you?
We just got information that the pregnancy test is here in my file. I will need the pregnancy.
What am I going to do with you, sir? What am I going to do with you?
We will discuss the issue.
No, what I got to do with? Why are you demanding pregnancy tests? What I got to do with you, sir? Why are you demanding pregnancy tests? What I got to do with you?
My man, that's a normal thing. Now the speaker asked me to walk.
But you're accusing the president of political advisor of being pregnant.
The speaker just spoke the correct English. Sign your eye and squat the honorable. That's what our rule says. So the doctor report will get the pregnancy test report.
Whose pregnancy test? Whose pregnancy test? Whose pregnancy test, sir? Whose pregnancy test do you have?
We just got the doctor the pregnancy report.
But Jalap Kopa is pregnant for President Weah. It's been alleged. But why are you?
We just got information that the pregnancy test is here. In my file, I will read the pregnancy.
4 days, ending this entire process with a huge consignment of medical supplies at the hospital. What do you make of that?
Which one of the senators are you speaking to?
Okay, Senator Sir Joseph made a donation, but you saw the protein and other senators, they were also here.
I'm very happy because your very school FM used to say a whole lot of things about the past government. You castigate yourself whole lot of things. And our expectation was wow. But now since the government have taken over, we have not seen anything. And the ex-government, they proving to us that they still love the country, they still continue with their love. That you're the one used to castigate, you used to say whole lot of things. So I'm very happy for you to be on the ground, for me to talk with you, because I really wanted to express my feeling to Spoon FM. That you're all in a problem.
So okay, but
They still love the country, they still continue with their love. That you're the one used to castigate, you used to say whole lot of things. So I'm very happy for you to be on the ground, for me to talk with you, because I really wanted to express my feeling to Spoon FM. That you're all in a problem.
so okay, but again, let's talk. It's a very great conversation.
And women, they proving to us that they still love the country, they still continue with their love. That you're the one used to castigate, you used to say whole lot of things. So I'm very happy for you to be on the ground, for me to talk with you, because I really wanted to express my feeling to Spoon FM. That you're all in a problem.
So okay, but again, let's talk. It's a very great conversation. And we
only fact that's a big deal. But since it has not made sense yet, we try to demonstrate our word into action by maintaining that we take only 5,000 US dollars of our monthly money. Just as we are about to return to Monserrate what we have received from the government, we would like to make it in a re-emphasized way. If we make it only 5,000, then Monserrate gets nothing. Gets nothing. Because just as we are about to return to Monserrate what we have received from the government, we would like to make it in a re-emphasized way. Gets nothing. Gets nothing. Then Monserrate gets nothing. Because the baseline in a re-emphasized way gets nothing. Because gets nothing. Because we like to make it in a re-emphasized way. Then Monserrate gets nothing. Then Monserrate gets nothing. Monserrate gets nothing. To make it in a re-emphasized way, nothing. Because the base, then Monserrate gets nothing. Then Monserrate gets nothing. Then Monserrate gets nothing.
In a re-emphasized way. In a re-emphasized
way.
In a re-emphasized way. What happened? Say it again one more time.
In a re-emphasized way, Monserrate gets nothing.
Hold on. In a re-emphasized way, Monserrate what?
Monserrate gets nothing.
No, let me go back. Let me rewind the whole tape here. My man, don't forget what you promised Monserrate. In a re-emphasized way, what happened?
Monserrate gets nothing.
No. In a re-emphasized way, are you not giving anything to Monserrate despite all the money Yumly giving you? Your half party in Pastor for birthday, the other thing.
Monserrate gets nothing.
No, my man. Hold on.
Monserrate gets nothing.
In a what?
Because in a re-emphasized way, 5,000, then Monserrate gets nothing.
Re-emphasized way.
Gets nothing. Then Monserrate gets nothing.
In a re-emphasized way.
Then Monserrate gets nothing.
Ay.
I'm fine.
We are brothers.
You know, yeah.
Please give me your attention. We are brothers because you are my inspiration.
We are brothers.
In our introduction. Oh yeah, there should never be no agitation, so we can make the right decision. We are better. There should never be dissatisfaction, so you can judge me by my imperfection. We are better. We're gonna do our evaluation, so no tension in our nation. Oh Lord, in our inspiration, no confession. In our intention, we are brothers, we are brothers. Let me see your reaction. No argumentation, no intimidation. In our congregation, we are brothers. Even though there's too much mediation, but we are brothers. In our imperfection, there can never be a complication.
Yeah.
It's better than love we need it. Go!
Rastafari.
Oh, yeah.
All we want.
In our interaction, it's better than love we need it. We get to our destination. It's better than love we need it.
You know we need.
Yeah, man. My meditation.
It's my full meditation.
Let me know. Rastafari.
Yeah.
So much speculation
Ooh, ooh,
that bring us segregation.
ooh, ooh, ooh,
We're gonna do our evaluation,
ooh.
so no tension in our nation. Oh Lord, accept my supplication. Brethren, always a brethren. No matter how far, no matter the difference, no matter the topic. Rastafari, never really, never fearful.
No matter. No matter. Ooh, ooh. James. Gina Hard Talk FM 107. Good evening to you, folks.
Good evening, Mr. Gilman. Good evening, GHT.
I had a video play in the back. I did not know. Miss Welly, Rosalie, how you doing tonight?
I'm super tonight. I'm fine.
Super
I'm
tonight.
beautiful.
Yeah, we
Thank you.
super to have you on tonight. what her name Sarah was here, but I think she training somewhere in the back. She gonna come back again.
Okay.
How you been? We
Hmm.
miss you.
Been busy like crazy, Mr. Gilman.
I've been seeing all the puff puff. The Nigerian people call it puff puff. You been frying all the color you been frying. That juicy color.
The color, the way people eating the color, and
You
nobody get it.
joking?
Oi,
That's strange food now.
they don't want to eat all.
With pepper?
They don't want
They-
vegetable gravy.
You spoiled it, man.
The black people eat the pepper, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
they don't eat hot things. Or
No, they don't eat hot. Yeah,
Say sharp. Say yeah, say
yeah.
sharp. Very hot.
Very hot.
Then they can say, tip small on the side.
A little bit. Just tiny, tiny, tiny,
Tiny.
tiny.
Some of
Yeah.
them get when they take the oil, when they take the oil.
Uh-huh.
They are spoiling
Well,
the
great,
food.
great to
But
have
we
you.
can eat
Great
it,
to have you
eat
tonight.
all. They say,
Yeah.
it's nice. Fine, fine.
You been following events from the motherland,
I've been following bit by
right?
bit.
Bit by bit, no doubt.
It's so disappointing, but
Yeah, can't give up on the motherland.
no, it's a motherland now.
Absolutely,
Well, I've been following. What I have today.
right.
I'm lucky to be up for you to go out doing
Yeah,
some.
we decided wanted to come on at 7 p.m., but
Yeah.
traffic and all of that got home. And we did well to be on by 8 something,
Yeah.
eight
I
twenty.
was making my coconut candy, getting ready to go to bed after.
Yeah. All right, folks. Again, welcome. Our cover photo tonight is none other but Ms. Jeanette Vengado there in Boston, Massachusetts area. Our cover photo made possible by her husband, Henry Doe, and kids. They all want to wish you well. Jeanette Vengado. Also for big sis, Frances Dix, celebrate a milestone birthday today there in New Jersey. Gabriel West, the junior brother, my young brother there from Philadelphia. Happy birthday to you. And my own son, Rodney P. Ja, Charlotte, North Carolina. Happy birthday to you, Rodney. Want to wish you well. Jonathan Bernard of Australia. Happy birthday to you as well. Stanley Jackson, also of Charlotte and ATL. Happy birthday to you, Stan. Want to wish you well. And my own sister and friend, Winfred Dele of Detroit. Want to wish you well as well. And for all of you celebrating, we say congratulations to you. Our conversation tonight will center around the theme, the monologue here. Why is President Weah considered the most transformative and developmental leader of all times in Liberia? Despite the meager resources, he used tax dollars to spur development in every sector and county, thereby raising the bar exponentially. Could this be the reason the Joseph Yuma Boakai administration is scrambling and racing everywhere to either match his records or pass him? Could the developmental politics benefit the Liberian people and country? Was the CDC government deceptive in her attempts to develop the country? Why is the Boakai government so deceptive in her early stages? We're going to dig deeper into that. But first, the Winfred Russell candidacy. Winfred Russell is running for Minnesota's 38th District State Representative seat. His campaign team has reached out to Chidahal Talk, the CLN family, for endorsement and support. He is willing to appear on GHT. What are your
Whoa.
thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Whoa.
And so, to begin this conversation, we do have in studio bringing him up now, Mr. Kamate Dia. Kamate Dia is the director of the OLM, Organization of Liberians in Minnesota, a community leader, and Kamate has been a long-time friend and brother. We were classmates, schoolmates in Zwedru, and then the the crown man turned to Congo man. He went to CWA. You moved to Monrovia and went and joined the other folks on us. I know CWA or BW Harry. Where did you go? Come out there. Welcome. You got to unmute yourself.
Yeah, you're right. I wanted to see that.
You
Right.
want to CWA? Welcome. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome. Great to have you on, my man. Yeah, it's good to have you on. Tell the people about who is Kamate Dian, then we'll go into our conversation. I don't know why you are here, but people don't know. But let's have an introduction of yourself.
Well, thank you very much for letting me be on your platform today. My name is Kamar Dian. I am the executive director of the Organization of Liberians in Minnesota. We are a community of at least 50,000 Liberians in the state of Minnesota. We are highly concentrated in the Hennepin County, specifically Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center. And our structure is a little bit different from other Liberian community organizations that have presidents. We don't have president. So what you call president, we call the executive director. We have our own community center. We have a board of director that appoints the executive director, and we are a non-profit community-based organization that carry on direct services to our community, such as the workforce development, violence prevention, senior program, mental health awareness, and among other things. We have at least a executive director, 9 board members, at least 5 staff, volunteer, and they have compensation or staff, you call that. But my being on this show today is, as have done on many other platforms, is to bring to our community an awareness that we have to be on the table. If we cannot have a seat on the table as a community, definitely we have to be on the menu. There is an election that is going on in the state of Minnesota, most especially the district to which Orlam is situated or located. That district is District 8A, and it has the highest concentration of Liberians among the minority community. That district also has the largest concentration of Liberian students outside of the Republic of Liberia in the diaspora. So there is a vacant seat in that district that we have a Liberian vying for, and we have another African sister from Kenya is vying for. So we have 2 Africans, one a Liberian, and the other one is a Kenyan from East Africa. We have a unique history with the United States as Liberians. As you all may know that the Republic of Liberia was founded by free slaves that came from the United States to Liberia. In fact, the Commonwealth of Liberia was established in 1837, having Thomas Buchanan as the first governor. And we all know Thomas Buchanan is the cousin of the 16th President of America, James Buchanan. Subsequently, Liberia was declared independence in 1847. That unique relationship between Liberia and the United States is very formidable. But in the state of Minnesota, where we have one of the largest concentration of Liberians in the United States, we have not been opportune to hold elected office to the level of a state representative or a state senator. and we just think this is a golden opportunity to have one. Now, our counterparts, our other African brothers and sisters from the Somalian community, we all know that the Somalian came in here. English is, in fact, the second language. They came in the state of Minnesota, in the United States, as a matter of fact, after the Mohammed Fair ID War in 1992. Subsequently, when they came to Minnesota, they met Liberians here, and we were the one that they used to liaise with doing interpretation. In fact, one of our former presidents of OLM, Winfred Harris, one of the current sitting state representative, who is a Somalian, worked with him. Now, to cut long story short, today we have 5 elected Somalian state representatives. We have 2 Somalian elected state senators. We have 1 Somalian United States representative, which is Representative Ihan Umar. We have a Somalian that is a city mayor. And we have other high-ranking position that Somalian occupy today. Now, with our over 200 years of history with Liberia, with the United States, and OLM as a community organization that was established 48 years ago, and we have people coming here, we can account for 1 single Liberian as a state representative. The laws of the count of this state here are made through the state capital. The allocation of funds and resources is drawn through the state capital. And to not have one representation as a community as huge as we are, giving our link and relationship with it, I just think it's something that we have to take a step back. Within the Somalian ranks and file, they have so many sub-clans and different subdivisions. But when it comes to the overall interest of the Somali community, that becomes paramount. Another minority community is the Hmong community here. You have at least over 6 United States representatives that are Hmongs and senators. Then you have all the people. So, but when it comes to the Liberian community, it just becomes something that is very difficult. We have our own in-house fight, and then we extend it beyond the house and carry out it. So I want to refocus our community attention to what is at stake. What is the bigger picture? Let's put things in context. This opportunity that we have, where you have only 2 Africans in the race, one is a Liberian and one is a Kenyan. If not a Liberian, what then become the alternative? So this is one of the reasons why I'm on this show today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dia, and Executive Director of OLM. It's great to have you. What an expose. But talk to us here. Out of what you explained, you did not name that one Liberian that is in a race against the Kenyan.
Yeah. The Liberian in the race is Winfred Russell. I have known Winfred Russell on a personal level for at least over a quarter century, over 4 decades.
Yeah.
Now, the issue here is, yes, Winfred is a candidate, but I am going beyond Winfred as a candidate. Mine is the bigger picture, the Liberian interest, the Liberian community. Just imagine what it will be like when you have your son, my daughter, your daughter, having to see another Liberian or an American of Liberian origin as a representative. It inspires that child, that person, and feel that it is possible. The presidency of President Barack Obama in America make every black person to feel that it is possible. You know, so I am saying, as a community servant, that it is an opportunity that we have collectively as a Liberian to make sure where we are highly concentrated, where we have the largest concentration of Liberian students outside of the Republic of Liberia, where the headquarters of OLM is actually physically located. What do you think it will be a good thing if a Liberian is representing that district? I would think it would be a very, not only good, but impactful thing in our community, and something that can inspire the generation after Winfred. I'm not here to tell you that Winfred is a perfect person or a perfect candidate. I'm speaking here as a Liberian, a member of the Liberian community that holds strong belief and very passionate about the impact we can have on the generations after us.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you. Miss Wenley, if you have question, you can come in anytime. Okay, Winfred Russell is the candidate. And we published today that the Russell campaign have been in touch with us and seeking our endorsements and support, and is willing to appear on GHT to talk to us as well. I believe you follow the comments, Mr. Dion, under that post. Let me ask your candid opinion about those comments you read under the post. What did you make of it? I know they are mixed and other than mixed reaction, but some people are firm with their comments. We've also got text messages, WhatsApp messages, phone calls, mixed reaction, and some people are saying vehemently do not support. Others are saying forgive him. He suffered, like somebody just trended. I got most of that. He suffered twice. Now it's time that we support. What's your reaction to those comments?
I can't play down anybody's comments. They all have very legitimate concerns. Their experiences and interaction cannot be downplayed. I totally understand, and like you rightly said, Winfred has have his share of setback because of all of these concerns over the years. And we try to address that again through the course of this campaign. He might not be able to reach to everybody, but I can say collectively, I too, there are some area and issue I don't agree with Winfred as a person.
Right.
Yeah. So, and so I understand other people concerns. But let's take a step back. Winfred Russell ran against our current city mayor in Brooklyn Park, where again we had the largest concentration of Liberians in this particular district. Many people did not vote for Russell that I know that are Liberians. And you, Mr. Gilmore, you took the mantle, you came to Minnesota to vigorously campaign in favor of Winfred Russell, opponent against Winfred Russell. And so did so many other people. And what I said then before is what I'm saying now today. People say, oh, Winfred won't do good. Winfred is this, Winfred that. I'm like, and I kept asking people, what is the alternative? The alternative is our African American brother in the person of Mayor Winston, Holly Winston. That happened. Guess what happened? So I have been the executive director for OLM. The city of Brooklyn Park were one of our largest funders when it came to our workforce development program in the healthcare area, and that was on the leadership of Lisa Jacobson, then city mayor, and Winfred Russell was on that city council. And all of the funding that came to OLM in our community, he supported all of that. He and I argued on some things, but in reality, he supported all of those. But guess what happened? On that, we had a Liberian bishop was awarded a contract, about $2 million contract by the city for the work he usually do, violence prevention, guns, gangs, and what have you. I wouldn't know the details, but I know at least that he has that. He was awarded that contract. Then we have the Liberian Business Association, LIBA. LIBA was awarded a contract of $12 million to manage a business center, a hub. Now, on the mayor that you all voted for, the contract was taken away from the Liberian bishop. The contract was also taken away from
that we supported, and some of us
the
voted
mayor
for.
that you all supported, that you went to campaign vigorously for, and thought he was going to do very well. He took the contract from the bishop and awarded it to somebody else, another African American group that were not qualified by the state because they had some records. It went to another group. Then the business hub that was headed by the Liberian community organization called LIBA, Liberian Business Association called LIBA. And that's also was taken away from them and was sent with another African American lady. And OLM continued funding for the scholarship program that we do. That funding ceased to continue. I did have a conversation with the mayor. I said, hey, you still got 2 more years. Hopefully we can get some. But that tells you what was the alternative. We say he had this problem. Winfred was this, Winfred was that. The alternative to Winfred was the African American mayor and how it impacted us. Again, I'm telling you, if that Winfred, the alternative would be the Kenyan lady that moved into our district that bought a house there. Are we going to wait to have another experience of what is obtained now? Or are we going to look at it in a bigger context and say, listen, we have chosen in the past an alternative to our very own. We've seen the result and what it's led us. Don't you think it's about time that we take a step back and understand that we are all the same in one family, it is okay and quite normal to always have difference of opinion. It's quite normal for even siblings to have rivalries. But at the end of the day, you all belong to one family. And I think the interest of that family becomes paramount. We all belong to one community. We got one common heritage. So at the end of the day, I think we should find a common ground to use that as the bonding force that can put us all together, that our common interest is bound in that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dian. Folks, if you just joined us here, this is a conversation with Kamate Dian, Executive Director, Organization of Liberians in Minnesota, the OLM, and he's here speaking on behalf of the candidacy of Mr. Winfred Russell. Okay, let me welcome our panelist, senior analyst, AB Kone. Brother Kone, welcome.
Yeah. Good evening, my brother.
Good evening.
And good evening to my dear sister Rosaline and the guests in studio today with us. My dear brother, I think Kamate, right? Kamate,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yes. Good evening to you and all of our followers. It's great to be here, and I think it's a fascinating engagement here with the OLM executive director. That's the nomenclature, right?
That's correct.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, it's great to be here, my brother. And indeed, we are here to listen and to have our input. But it's good to be here.
Absolutely. And Miss Dopo, Sarah, welcome. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How you doing?
Awesome.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Government. Thank you, everyone, for the show. Happy to be here, and I'm listening in as well.
Absolutely. So, Mr. Dian Kamari.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Talk to us here. I've been reading comments from people. We're going to just bring them intermittently. This is from Othello Brown. He said, Mr. Dian, is Winfred Russell willing to openly apologize for derogatory remarks made in the past?
So, we in the campaign, I'm not directly in his campaign, but we in the community, I represent the community interest.
Right.
And I think when Winfred started his campaign, he has openly apologized to all of his action and inactions and statement that he's made that people took offense to. He has given a broad apologies. Now, that does not necessarily mean that people that were personally offended, of course, I don't know to what extent, but I think he's open to always have a dialogue. And Mr. Gilmore, remember, all right, like I told Mr. Russell, I said, listen, this is about the Liberian community. We have to forge a way ahead. I was able to arrange a meeting between you and Mr. Russell. Okay.
Right.
And I think you saw the cordiality in your meeting. And Othello, I think Mr. Russell have already make an open apology, and Mr. Russell is.
But mind you, if he did, people that are making these comments, whether under this live broadcast or under the post we did today, they didn't see it, or they might not have seen that apology or heard of it, and that is why they are asking: is he willing to apologize for derogatory remarks made in the past?
So again, in principles, okay, and everything has its specific nature and every individual situation I wouldn't know of, and I can't speak to that, but I will speak in general terms. Okay. Yeah, I will speak in general terms. My interest here is to bridge the gap between the candidacy of Winfred Russell and the community to make sure that we can put things in the right perspective and in context. We've had told Mr. Russell that there are so many people that have concerns about your action in the past. Whether those concerns are legitimate or not, whether it's concern that you are aware of, intentional or unintentional, we have to find a way to be able to address those and forge ahead. And I think he's committed to forging ahead. Now, having said that, I would like to pivot on another side again. I would think why it is important and necessary for Winfred Russell to be able to come to terms with people that have concerns. I don't want us to lose sight of the bigger picture here. Okay? And the bigger picture is the community interest. I don't want our individual interests and our individual issues to trump the overall focus and bigger picture of our community. And our community interests should be paramount. So while it is true that these issues are legitimate concerns and has to be addressed, and we've gotten some level of commitment from Mr. Russell to make sure that we can have a way forward to address this issue and forge ahead, I want us as well to equally be able to, look at the bigger picture and forge ahead.
Okay. Let me introduce this post to you, something that sparked a whole lot of concerns from Liberians everywhere. And you can see my comment underneath the post. This is a post by Winfred Russell, May 19. I think that was 2018 or 2019, somewhere there. May 19.
So I can read the post. I can see it right now. It said,
Right.
despite being one of the wealthiest country on planet Earth, only 42% of schools in Liberia have access to basic drinking water services. Source
WHO,
UNICEF. So
UNICEF.
he was quoting UNICEF and WHO. So that's not his own writing. He's only quoting a post. Like you can see that.
While we are not litigating this.
Yeah, I'm just saying. No, I just want
Russell,
to put it in context, because not speaking, he's crediting the source of the information. He's not taking a responsibility as his own post. He's only citing an information from the WHO and UNICEF, as it stated. He says
so. Read my comment. Can you read my comment beneath it?
Okay, so your comment was, so you, Winfred Russell, posted a picture that is not from Liberia to suggest what? Liberian student drink from porn like him. Where is the WHO link?
Where's the WHO link?
Yeah, and I see your comment. So what was his comment in return?
I wasn't the only one who questioned the link, the WHO link, but our department, the Digging Deeper department, went to work and were able to, the Digging Deeper department, we were able to find the origin of the photo. Okay, and this is the origin of the photo. And this is why people are asking whether he will be willing to apologize. This is the origin of the photo. And there's no UNICEF link there. The photo is a stock photo that can be purchased from Adobe website. Yeah, the original digital footprint. A boy drinks water from a pond in Blue Duba
I know it's
village
in Ethiopia.
in the outskirts of Moyale near the edge of Oroma and Somali regions of Ethiopia. Buy this stock photo and explore similar images at Adobe. So, did he buy this photo to present it as, these are the things, this is one of the things that actually got to me, supporter of the CDC government at the time. And I took into tax on this one. But I appreciate the conversation here tonight and the previous I had with you, him, and other folks on the phone. But to let bygones be bygones, one must own up to their mistakes and be remorseful. What do you say about that?
Generically, it's the right thing to do to be held responsible and own up to your own actions. Okay.
Right.
So, and I also want us to strike a balance here as well.
Mm-hmm.
While it is true, we want to point out some of the things that we think Winfred missteps are. I would also like us to reflect on a lot of the good work he's done as well. That's striking the balance.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So,
Yeah.
And I agree. Now, so let me just continue. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
so that way it gave our audience a holistic view of the gentleman we're talking about and a clearer picture. So if we want to just delve into the concerns that people have and his missteps, and we just forget about all of the good things he's done as well, then that would not be a fair and broader picture of who we're
No,
talking.
that's not what we are saying.
Okay, no, I'm not saying that what you're
Yeah.
saying. I'm just saying we should be able to bring us some of the good things he did as well. So that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Now, I agree with you, Mr. Gimon. We all have to own up to our actions in the action, like I said. And Mr. Russell is committed during this election cycle to be able to make amends, reach out to people that for one way or the other, fee, offended, or that he might have in his space, like expressing his view. He's a prolific writer, I can say, expressing the
And he
view.
has, as his description, visual storyteller.
Okay.
Mr. Gilbert, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
So yeah. So that's that. I totally understand that. But and we all have our faults as humans, and we all have our good side. So when we blend the bad side and the good side to get our faults and our strengths, then we have the individual person we talk about. So
Right.
I mean, while we are reflecting on some of his missteps and the less concerns that you guys have, I will also want us to pivot a little bit on some of the good things he's done as well.
Absolutely. Let's bring Miss Dopo in with a question, then we continue.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
what I
Miss
wanted to
Dopo.
know. Yeah, what I wanted to know is that is our brother on here um trying to make us reconcile with Mr. Russell, or he want us to listen to the good things Mr. Russell has done? Because I mean, if Mr. Russell is apologetic, or if he wants to be apologetic to this part of the Liberian population that he has offended through his statements, I think we should just go straight forward and do that instead of, oh, yeah, let's pivot a little bit to the good things he did. I mean, I'm kind of confused here. Are we on a reconciliatory, mission to get the Liberian community the part of the Liberian community that he offended through his writing or his whatever outbursts he made, or we want to do both? That's just my concern.
Right. Take it away, Mr. Dean.
Yeah, good. Thank you very much. Is that Madam Dopo?
Yes.
Dopo.
Yeah. Oh, you still the current chair of CDC?
I'm not a cheerleader, yo.
Dopo. D-O-P-O-H.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought that Dopo from Minnesota.
No, no.
All right. So I'm basically here. You can say both, but I want to for us as the entire Liberian community to galvanize around the candidacy of Winfred Russell as one of our own, and so that we can be able to ensure that we win the seat. But having said that, in the process of doing that, there are some people that have concerns
Right.
in the past about his actions and inactions. So we want to address all of those things to move forward. So if you say it's two together, yes, the paramount thing is to get us rally around him. But again, we have to take into consideration other people's concerns and feeling so that we can all be one happy family.
Okay, so if
Mr.
that's what we
Human?
want to do, then let's go ahead and do it instead of confusing our audience with the good things. We know the good things he's done, or maybe other people know the good things he's done. But at the end of the day, if you want to get the entire Liberian community to galvanize around him, which I think is a good thing, then let's focus on some of the things that he has done to hurt this part of the community and get it over with. Then we all can join a group now to celebrate and pass the word to our friends and relatives to say, okay, this is our brother. Let's vote for him. He's our own. Stuff like that. But I think if we confuse everything with because he's done, we should pay him. I think, in my opinion, I stand to be correct. I think it's kind of confusing. So we all do one thing and get it done, and then we can move to the next one.
Right. Yeah, Miss Wenley.
Yes. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. How you doing, Miss what is it, Dan?
Dian.
Dian, how you doing?
How are you, ma'am?
Well, my concerns are one, Russells have been trying to be a representation of the Liberian community in Minnesota, right?
That's right.
I think the third time. This is the third time, right?
No, this is the first time running to be a representative. He had run so many times, but in different capacity. He won once as city council member.
City council.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was elected as city council member.
So now he's running for a representative.
Representative seat, yeah.
Representative seat. And my other question is he the only Liberian that is so politically driven to be in all of these various capacities that he wanted to be? Is there no other Liberian that has the potential to run for the city mayor, the representative, the senator in a particular state?
No, he's not the only Liberian. In fact, we have had other Liberian elected officials as well. We've had Mayor Mark Elliott that was elected to the city of Brooklyn Center as city mayor. We have two Liberian ladies that have ran but were not successful, Frida Daniels and Cole Guanu. Then we also have Reverend Goba, who also ran in the same district and Winfred old seat that did not succeed. And then we also have Winfred Russell himself that ran so many times as well. And I totally concerned, but again, not many Liberians want to come out to vie for the offices. And when the opportunity presents itself, whoever tried to come out, we all try to be supportive of the person. So it's not a situation where we say, "Oh, Winfred, you must go," but we would like to be represented, and it's open. If other people do not come forward, then and whoever comes forward is we have to support the person.
So why aren't you interested? Because you seem like you carries the quality of a representation in the community from your presentation tonight. You also file for these positions. So why aren't you?
Thank you, ma'am. You're very gracious. I appreciate that. But I don't live in the district, and currently I am the executive director of the Liberian community. And my goal here is to make sure that our Liberian people can have a seat at the table. It is very important because I have been going to the state capital and I've seen how the wheels go. And if you don't have a representation, it is very, very difficult to have a bill. And to further expand on what you just told me, just imagine we have our Somalian brothers and sisters that English is the second language, and they have been able to, saturate themselves into the city and state capital so well and so firm. And like I tell you, the Liberian business with the Liberian community, our impact in the state economy is more than $2 billion. Okay, if you look at the combined appropriation that the Hmong community and the Somalian community have had over the last 10 years from state appropriation is over $100 million. For the Liberian community, is zero. So for the last 4 and 6 months, I have been at the state capital trying to get a bill pushed for our Liberian community, just for basic things. But I mean, it was the first time for the last 48 years that we were able to have access to little funding to fund our what you call Workforce Development Program to retrain CNA and TMA, and then to care for our elderly. And one of the legislators talked to me. She put me on the side, and what she told me, I won't state her name. She said, "Look, Kamati, you look like a very decent man. I like the way you articulate things. But you know what? What I'm about to tell you, I hope you don't take offense to that." I said, "No, ma'am." She says, "Listen, English is our second language. English is your first language." I said, "That's correct." She said, they said Liberia was founded by free slaves from here to go to Liberia. I said, that was also correct. She said, "Okay. Now, we start to come in this country after 1992. I said, "That's correct." She said, "One of your former president, Winfred Harris, one of our current representatives used to work with Winfred Harris." I said, "That is also correct." He said, "One of your Liberian former president used to be called George Weah, used to teach in one of the charter schools for the Somali community." He said, "But over the years, we look at ourselves voting for other people continuously, and we said, look, we could do it ourselves. So what I can tell you, it is about time that you have at least one Liberian representation at the state capital, so that if you bring your bill, okay, that Liberian person will take that bill and let his colleague know, because every elected official will always want to serve their constituents for re-election. And so we have to start. So then we say, look, among the community, they have in-house different clans. But at the end of the day, what is paramount for them is the overall general good of their community. So I'm not going to pretend here that Winfred Russell is a perfect candidate. No, he's far from being perfect. I'm not going to pretend that Winfred Russell do not have issues with other Liberians. No, I have also argued with Winfred Russell. I don't agree with everything about Winfred Russell, but then I have to take a step back and look at things in context and look at the bigger picture. What do I tell my son tomorrow? What do I tell my daughter? What do I tell the next Liberian person? How would they be inspired to know that it's possible? So it's from that perspective, as a community leader, I'm trying to drive. So whatever barriers that will prevent us from having a Liberian elected. So if Winfred Russell is elected tomorrow, and Winfred Russell does not live up to the expectation of us, we can put another president. They got a thing in the Democratic Party you call the primary you. Okay? But let's first have to secure a place that we all can be proud of, and let us secure a seat at a table for us. That is just my only goal. And I am passionately asking all Liberians. We have all our differences, but let us keep our eye on the ball. Let's be focused and look at things in the bigger picture in context.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dian.
Sorry, I'd like to come in. Sure.
Yeah, Abby, let me welcome Apostle Seal.
Oh,
Recognize him, and then you're gonna go ahead. Yeah, Apostle Seal, welcome there from the Netherlands.
Yeah, AB, just 1 second. When you finish, I will come in. Thank you so much, Mr. Gilmore. I hope my audio is
You are loud and clear.
all right. So let me give AB chance, and then when you finish, now I'm going to come in. Yeah.
Right. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Brother
you.
Conan.
yeah, my brother. Again, thank you very much. My dear brother Dion, thanks for your expose and then your able representation here for the community. I think your position here today is you are behaving as the twin mother here, meaning the head of the community, the Liberian community in Minnesota. And I appreciate your representation here. But there are a couple of things that we need to be forthcoming with here. You know, it is a good thing for Liberia in its entirety to benefit from this global power here, this United States, in any shape or form that we can. It will be a good thing. Like you stated, Somalia and other countries are benefiting and represented today. I think Liberia, if not the first, but among the first to be in that position. But it's not happening. And the case in point today, it has to do with Mr. Russell in particular. It's the question of being remorseful on certain things. Because from all indication, it is clear that Mr. Russell's utterances, be it verbal or written, injured a lot of people, and to some extent, even injure the Republic of Liberia. And he was not just an ordinary person. At the time some of these utterances were made, he was representing Liberia. At the time he was a councilman or whatever at the time in that capacity. And my disappointment at the time was that he was representing a divided Liberia. Because why? In his position, if you could look at a sitting government and be very vocal and anti at the time, obviously that representation was divided by him at the level of the state over there at the time, or the city council, or whatever position he had. So that's the injury I'm talking about. Apparently he did not factor that in. He did not consider that. And you know, my folks got a saying that they say, when you plait the hair on the less, trust me, that hair you're gonna loosen it in no time, because you keep scratching your head. And we gotta lay it out, and we gotta be very authentic about it. Why it's true, the essence of reconciliation and reasoning for the common denominator, which is Liberia, is important. It's equally important for those things to be spoken about. Like my brother Gilman just posted our post. That post impacted and injured Liberia. It portrayed Liberia in a negative way. I know that's not the only post. There are many posts that we followed at the time.
Right.
And there were derogatory statements, utterances that were made at the time against a sitting government from not just an ordinary person in the United States, but a person that wields some authority at a state level in Minnesota. So those are the things they're talking about. And First and foremost, if Mr. Sorry for taking a lot of time, but I need to lay the premise.
Right.
If Mr. Russell has interest of still being in such a position, because there are a lot of apprehensions, the question would be, if Mr. Russell get elected, will he be representing my interest too? Or will he be representing Liberia in its entirety? Those are the apprehensions people got right now. And I think he is the one that's supposed to, first and foremost, take the mantle to use spaces that he can get to, that they will understand that indeed, like for instance, this platform and any other place that he think that people that are there that will be under his voice to see his reconciliatory tone, I think that would be the prudent thing to do even before moving forward. Because we're not trying to equivocate here. We're not trying to make comparison apples and oranges here. What we're trying to do, if at all his injury outweigh his goodness, trust me, it surpasses that. It go way beyond that. People will not factor in whether he was doing good things at the time he was. Especially people are setting quarters. So those are the things I'm trying to lay here. So I think it would be the best thing for him to do some of those things in terms of seeking such a reconciliation of people and proceeding from that perspective. Because we all want Liberia to be represented, my brother. But here's the thing. What good will it do? Like you talk about the Somali community. The Somali community, one common denominator is Somalia. Eho Omar is not using her platform to be lambasting the government of Somalia currently. I have not heard of those utterances. Not even at the state level, those are representing at the state level in that place. But rather, whatever they will seek the support of the United States to make sure that Somalia is a better place. I think those are the kind of things that they work on. So if we should go forward, other people should come in, I think the best thing to do, and I really hope that a lot of Liberians will ascend to such a position, but people should be in a position. This is a learning even for a lot of people now going forward. If you aspire to be representing Liberia, you should be like a twin mother. You should be like a twin mother politically, because that is the entirety of Liberia.
Right.
So I just wanted to lay that out again, my brother, and that would be the prudent thing to do. It's just a word of admonishment so that it will proceed in our direction and to see how best the outreach can be expanded. You understand? So again, thank you for being here, and I look forward to having a fruitful discussion down the line again.
Thank you very much, brother. Okay, Connor. If he
Let me respond to that. All right.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
and
thank
then
you very much,
yeah.
my dear brother Conan. And I see how passionate you are about the issue, and like I tell Winfred himself, Winfred is not a politician, because politicians normally don't take sides, especially when you have a diverse group of people that have one country. You always have one group of people will be on one side and another group will be on another side. So the prudent thing to do is to stay away from that. Yes, brother Conan, if I'm getting your name correctly,
yeah,
it is concerns.
It's Abraham Conan, yes.
It's concerns like yours that caused us to be here today, caused me to be here today, and definitely Winfred will be coming on this show. We have been on the Spoon TV for a couple of times, and a gentleman from CDC expressed his concern. Within the community in Minnesota, a lot of CDC people express a concern. So I'm like, listen, this has to be an issue that we have to address if we want to have a holistic support in every sector of the Liberian community to be part of this process. And that's why we were able to contact Mr. Gamer, that has this huge platform that can get to everybody. I initiated the initial meeting with them, and I said I was going to come here today first and then subsequently Winfred will follow. It is in that same light, Mr. Conlon, that we're fulfilling your wishes and concerns. That's why I'm here today. I have been on so many other different talk shows to make sure that we can mend as many fences as we can, to make sure that we can all be on a one tent as a family. What we need to say, we're sorry, we need to do that. What we need to forgive, we can forgive. But at the end of the day, I want us all to forge ahead.
Thank you very much. Apostle Seal.
Yeah.
But first, let me read this comment from the elder Zachariah Roberts, one of our elders on the platform here. He said, there is a saying that wise man changes. I pray that Honorable Russell learns a lesson. And Emma Kolongo Lua voice, wise man changes, so are changes.
Kolongo,
I will sit there, yeah, those super border will fool me. Mr. President, wise man changes, so are changes. Go ahead, Apostle.
Yeah, Mr. Gemon, thank you so much for again allowing me on this beautiful platform of yours, GHT. I'm getting some feedback. I don't know, but
okay.
if I'm audible, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. You audible? Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. First of all, I want to salute Rosalind Valley, our queen, Mr. Gilmore, A.B. Kwana, our bookman, and all the other panelists and our audience. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you. I want to welcome Kamar Dian. Honorable Dian is my in-law. He is the senior brother of my wife, my beautiful wife, who is with me right now. So I am happy to see my in-law on
where she's supposed to be.
Yeah, she's supposed to be with me, and therefore she is. Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Gilmore. I like that one. Yeah. So Mr. Dian, you're welcome. We hope to see you frequently on this platform. I mean, this is one of the best platforms on social media, and also, of course, that you're making great impact when it comes to the diaspora and also Liberia. So you are welcome. I pray this should not be your first or last. Always you're welcome. I'm a member of GHT, so I can also concern Liberian, so I can invite you on this platform. Thank you so much. I was busy, so I did not get the aim of your coming on the platform, but from Rosalind and from AB. Brother AB, I see that you have come, to talk about Brother Winfred Russell, who is, who want to be a representative for to represent Minnesota, let's say Brooklyn Park, in the U.S. Congress, and I'm sure that's why you are here, to see if you can get also the support of members of this platform, because we have a very wide global audience. I just want to put that in very quickly that for me personally, I do not support Winfred Russell. I will not advise any Liberian to support him to be a representative for Brooklyn Park. There are many reasons. One of those is, the Bible talks about humility, how to be humble. When you are humble, God will lift you up. And I pray that my dear brother Russell has, he has committed many damages. We are forgiving him, but to build the trust should be earned. Now, it's very easy to send comment to the end. Oh, you are from Grand Jira, Davasio is there, Meager Gilmore is there. Just go to your Grand Jira.
Not a Grand Jira platform.
Yeah, no, I know. No, go to your Mr. Gilmore, if you can just give me a chance. Go to your Lofa people. Go to your Grand Jira people. Go to your Nima people. Go to the CDC people who are on Jira Hato, and go there You get me? I know we got some Unity Party people here too, but most of the people who support this platform, and they are people who are pro President Weah. I'm not saying we don't have opposition who support the platform.
Right.
You understand? So I'm gonna create an equilibrium. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it is very easy to I expected him himself to come here tonight. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Not to send you to come and to pave the way for him to come. I just want to inform you from my own opinion that it is late. It is late, and you can take the next 4 hours to talk. You can convince people, but many Liberians are hurt. They are hurt for what Winfred Russell has done to our country. You understand? He joined, I don't want to call it name, but I have to call it name. He joined Stanton Witherspoon and ran a campaign against Liberia, not even George Weah, forget about George Weah, and tarnishing the reputation and the image of Liberia by saying that Liberia is a no-go zone. The tapes are there on Spoon TV. You understand? So besides that, he had many problems with people right in Minnesota there with you. Our grandmother there who are cooking their kobosha, our sister them who are making their 1-2-1-2. That's how we call it in Liberia. Those something that you can do to survive. And he used his influence and he damaged everything in Minnesota there. Now he coming to us. Yo, please count. I want to be represented. Please forgive me. This, that. But the trust supposed to be earned. I wish, I'm sure he watching the show. Liberian Post, you earn your trust. And to earn your trust,
Apostle Seer, let me not interrupt you, Apostle Seer, please. Mr. Dion is here. He's not Mr. Russell. So
right.
I think the best thing for us to do is for you to hold your thought. And like we said, I think
Russell
Mr. Dion told that Mr. Russell will come over here.
Yeah.
And then we can engage things. So I will admonish you to hold your thought, please. I don't want you to be upright about issues right now until you see the level of moral compunction that will come out if at all he appears. So I think it'll be the best thing for us to do, please. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you are welcome, AB. It's okay. That's what that's what GHT is about. All right, I'm going to hold my thought. You understand? But I just wanted to get this thing across to Kamate, because in Liberia we say you can't eat crab with shame. So I just wanted to just tell him, and face to face, that you should go and tell Winfred exactly what I've just said here. But I'm waiting for him to come. And I pray that the day you're going to come on the platform, I will be here so that we can have a healthy exchange. But however, he does not have my support, and many Liberians are not going to give their support to him because of what I just said. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Apostle. Mr. Dion, you want to respond to that? Well, your in-law. Now you know what get it man for.
Yeah. Thank you very much, my brother-in-law. But I think in our tradition, if they say that the brother-in-law can afford the wife brother and win. So I think I would just fly over there, collect my sister and her children there, and leave you there. So I will see how you continue your rebellion. So simple. So if grandma said you go see her, so I would just.
Why you looking at? You heard it, man.
Yeah, I would just
collect my sister
and her children. Then you'll be on your own. Then when you're on your own now, then that's how you'll be talking about what all happened in Minnesota. Yeah. So, but on a serious note, I'm happy we meet. It's unfortunate that we meet under these circumstances. But I see how passionate you are about the issue, and I think I read a statement with one of the elders saying that wise man changes. I think Russell has felt the impact of people in the community, as reflected in a couple of elections and the result, most especially this gone
Mayor.
A mayor election where Michael Gibbon took the baton and you were heading the charge. Yeah. But Alfonso, you are not here. And the result for that was not good for us in the Liberian community. As much as things that Russell do that you don't like, some things that Russell do I don't like myself. But I'm just looking at the bigger picture. We went that route before, and we had an alternative to him, and we saw what the result was. It impacted our community greatly. You don't live in Minnesota. We live in Minnesota. We felt the ramification of that. Okay. I can't dismiss your passion. Yeah. But all I can say, my brother, there is a way forward. You know, if somebody wronged you and say, listen, I'm sorry. There is no other word beyond sorry. Okay. And it might not be now for you to be able to calm down and understand. It might take time. But at this point in time, it is very crucial for us in Minnesota. What is the alternative to Russell? It's a Kenyan lady. As much as we have all the beef and thing we, so will we prefer to Russell to represent our community, our district? So that's what it will boil down to. So I did not come here to say Russell is not coming. It was not the arrangement. So Michael Gibbon has his show, he hosted. I'm just coming here as the community leader. You know, when we had this thing, we saw all of the concerns, and that's why I said, look, you know, it is necessary that we reach out to everybody. We can't do this alone. And that's why I was able to engage Mr. Gibbon, and I make Mr. Gibbon and Mr. Russell had a meeting with the campaign manager. I put them together, three of them, and they had a meeting. And then we said, look, we have to be able to address some of these issues. Maybe some of these issues were not addressed in the past.
1 second, Kamar. Please, nobody call Jida Hard Talk on Messenger, please.
Yeah.
When the show is going on, don't call on Messenger. We got our telephone numbers that you can call. Please. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's part of the process that we're executing here, Alfonso. You know, so the process is first have an engagement. Okay, I beg Mr. Gamer and the Russell team to engage. Okay, the second stage was to have the talk show. I am only here as a community servant. You know, then the next stage will be Russell himself will come over with his team. But I'm saying at the end of the day, all I want us to do to forge a way forward. And I just want to try to help to facilitate that process, because it is incumbent upon us to make sure that we guide the process and yield the intended result for the sake of our entire community. That's my role. I'm not there as a protege for Russell. No, I represent the Liberian community and the interest of the Liberian community, and that is paramount to neither Russell or myself. I just want to get that clarity.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Gemma,
let me go come in there real quick.
Please. Can I have 1 second?
Somebody come in?
Yeah.
Ivy, go ahead, Ivy.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You know, again, my dear brother, it's good for all to put certain things in context here. And when you have a precedent case on issues, sometimes it's good to reference it. There is a guy in Rhode Island called Nathan Beer.
Nathan Beer, yeah.
He is a state representative over there. And he represents Liberia in its entirety. To the point, as a sitting state, he been to Liberia. He offered his services to Liberia, to the point that at one point, I think he even visited with the city hall and all those places. And he is not in the business of endorsing a government or criticizing a sitting government. So I just wanted to inject that in the conversation, or to understand. I know this is Jida hard talk. Our people here, they are rational people. And we all are trying to work on things. I think at the end of the day, I just want to admonish people that there'll be some level of reconciliation for the forward march of Liberia.
Correct.
But this is a teaching moment. And I just deem it fit to reference that sitting representative in Rhode Island and see his role and see how much is benefiting the community in the United States, especially in the New England area, and of course Liberia at large. So you can proceed, my brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mr. Gimon,
Apostle, yeah, go ahead quickly.
Yeah, let me. Yeah. So. Oh, Kamate is gone.
He's here. He's here.
Oh, okay. He's hearing me. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you, Mr. Dian. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. So you maybe if I got you clear, you are saying that you are here on the show tonight as a community leader, and for Brooklyn Power, Minnesota, but you are not. You did not come on the platform, with like an envoy for Russell. Is that correct? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's what I said.
Okay, so you just decided to talk about Russell, doing your conversation with Mr. Gilman, but it was not the main motive of you coming on the platform tonight. Is that correct?
No, let me make myself clear.
Right.
My interest.
Yeah,
is
Prince. We got a number.
Interest. Okay. So Russell being a Liberian, whether a Russell, whether is any Liberian, okay, I protect that Liberian interest fully because of our entire interest is tied within our Liberian interest when our Liberian is elected. Having said that, I understand that Russell has an issue with other segment of his community, and while it is true that I want us all to support him, I think it is important that those issues has to be addressed. We find a common ground so that we can move together as a community to forge ahead and get a seat. So I encourage Russell to contact Mr. Gaiman. His campaign team did that. I arranged a meeting with them. I encourage him to be able to come on the Gaiman show that have been arranged and all. I encourage him to be able to address some of the concerns that we all have. Now, having said that, okay, then I'm also asking us, you guys, to be able to be empathetic and understand if the gentleman say he's sorry and raise your concern, there is a bigger thing at stake for all of us as Liberian, and that is to protect our commonality as a people is embedded in our diversity as one group.
Mm-hmm.
We are all diverse from different tribal groups, different political persuasion. But what remains common for all of us is our common heritage.
Mm-hmm.
And that should be the cementing factor, that should be the core ground for whatever we do, and at the end of the day, what we evolve. And that is what I'm here to propound, to remind us and bring us back to, hey, with all our differences in our political position, our tribal orientation, we have a common heritage as a Liberian.
So
our common interest last month.
So let me end with this. And give so Mr. Gilmore can go ahead with the show. Thank you, Mr. Nian. So I will ask Mr. Gilmore, because he's my senior brother always, so that Mr. Gilmore tell my in-law, Mr. Dian,
Not to come for his sister and your children.
No, you shouldn't come for that. I'll gain 3 cows, but Russell does not have my support. He will not have my support today, neither tomorrow. But I will give him 3 cows, but he shouldn't take my wife because of Russell, because Russell will not get my support. Because I want him to earn the trust of the Liberian people, and it will take time. So if I know he's a sensible man, maybe he can wait after 4 years, then he can come back. Maybe the Liberian people will have the trust for him. But as AB said, we are waiting for him to come here, and I pray that he and myself want to have that healthy change. But Mr. Gaiman, tell my in-law, I get 3 cows for him. Yeah. Okay,
you must send it good to me first. I want cow. Me.
You want to have goat soup?
Yeah. Let me send a goat to me first. Come on there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me send a goat to me first.
All right, no
All right,
problem.
folks. Thanks for tuning in and being there. We're gonna be opening up the numbers soon so that you can call in and ask Mr. Dean one or two questions. Uh, we do have some computer problem around this time. So after we've switch, then we'll open up the lines. All right. But first, let's Rosalie, you got a question?
Well, the question I wanted to ask, I think somebody already commented underneath here about
Okay.
that.
What was it?
Yeah, that's just maybe Sarah want to come on.
Okay. Miss Dopo?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You want to ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I've heard everything that our brother has said, and also what everyone else have said. I just want to appeal to all of us. I mean, I know where we all come from when it comes to our passion for our leaders in Liberia. But at the end of the day, we are all brothers and sisters,
Mhm.
and have a common heritage, which is Liberia. So we would like for Mr. Russell to be on the show and address some of the issues. And if he's apologetic, apologize to the community that he has hurt. Like, I mean, at this point, I know he knows that Liberia is divided. Everybody have their side. It's a democracy. So as a leader, you have to be for everybody. You can't pick and choose. So I just want Mr. Dan, is that your name, sir?
Dean.
Dean.
So
Okay. You guys take it from here.
yeah.
Roslyn, AB. Come
Yeah.
on here. I'm gonna go up for a
Yeah.
couple of seconds, but you are still live. You can go ahead from here.
So Mr. Committee, like I was saying, I would like for Mr. Russell himself, and I'm happy that you guys have made an arrangement for him to come on and apologize to the Liberian people that got offended by his statement or whatever he did. And I will also appeal to our community to come together, so that we can put hands around, because we actually need a representation. Our country is old. We've had a very long relationship with with America. I think it's about time that we take our place in there.
Thank you.
So that's just my suggestion. But I hope that Mr. Russell will be genuine in his apology. Because they get some people who can just show face, white teeth, and then they don't really mean it. I hope he will be genuine, and he will also, if God help us, he gets to that place, he will be there for everyone, not just for the people or his certain kind of people, because some of them do that. They discriminate among their own people. And I hope he would not be that leader that would discriminate among Liberians. He would take everyone the same, because everyone's gonna put their hands around him for him to be where he wants to be, to represent our country. So I hope he's listening and he's taking notes. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, my dear sister Sarah. Uh, Again, this is David Corner. I know the callers are waiting in queue, but yeah, when the host come back, you'll pick up your calls. But here's the thing, my dear brother Dion, are you there?
I'm here.
Yes. Again, our concern here, as you can see, maybe you're following you're seeing those are trending. You're
Yes.
hearing the responses, and I'm pretty sure my dear brother Russell is sitting somewhere, maybe watching the show or following one way or the other, and he's seeing how much people are completely the responses he's seeing them, and he's seeing how it's going to the point. This again, let me emphasize that it's a teaching moment here for a lot of Liberians that are in the diaspora here. Why is true Liberia currently, the political situation is heavily divided. But if you got an ambition of doing other things here to represent Liberia in any shape or form, like somebody like you who happen to be a community leader right now, I think you should always retrospect on the situation and then try to see how you will be measured in situations. Because trust me, certain things you will do, you will not understand the ramification until you got ambition for other things. That it comes right back to haunt you. So again, I just want to take this opportunity to all of our listeners. I know how much everyone is kind of hyped about the situation over the year, because the fear there again is that if you're representing a state under the guise of being a Liberia's representation there, the fear there is that will you be willing to help the entirety of Liberia? So we will wait. I just want for everybody to exercise some restraint, and let's see how much remorseful our dear brother would be. I don't want us to just pull the plug on him completely as it is. Let's give him the opportunity. There's something they call second chance, and see what he's going to do before final determinations can be made. I just wanted to exercise our restraint.
Thank you very much.
There's not an endorsement for him.
No, it's
I
not.
just wanted to exercise the restraint here. Okay.
Thank you very much, Brother Connie. And
No, our internet.
Mr. Dian, thanks for being there. We apologize for that break in our broadcast here, but we are back with the global stage. And we have just posted the numbers to call. WhatsApp and direct is the same number, 313-957-9702. Please, when you call, please be civil, be brief with your question to Mr. Dian, and then we'll continue from there. Let's take our first caller from Australia, Mas SP Pelo. Please, on the WhatsApp line, please unmute yourself. Go ahead. Welcome. How you doing? Mas SP.
Hello, Mr. Gaiman. Can you hear me?
Yeah, welcome.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gaiman. Good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon, Mr. Dean. Is that a right pronunciation of your name?
Dean, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on the show. First of all, I'm sitting here, I'm very, very much disappointed in Mr. Russell. Me and my family, even the fly that live in my house, we can't support him. I will say that to you. The fly that live in my house cannot support him. In the first place, he degraded Liberia. You as, a public figure that want to be something tomorrow in your life, going out there, they cannot picture he put Liberia up and in the public was very wrong, was bad, was degrading. You and he have that in his mind that he wanted to be somebody in the Liberian community. He went on being evil, being wicked to the Liberian community in Liberia. Can Mr. Russell help to bring that Liberian man that he made the deported to Liberia? Do you think that man, the deported family, will forgive him forever? Do you think the family, the women, the old ladies that were cooking in the house is selling, he called cops on them? Do you think the family will forgive him and support him? Russell knew he was planning to become somebody. He went to do all this to these women, to this Liberian community. The first thing, Russell have gone for 2 elections. The first elections, he missed out. Liberia came out to tell him what he was doing. If he was a smart man, if he was really smart and intelligent, then he was supposed to take that change. Where my brother said, wise man changes. He was going to start changing from there. But he never thought of that. Only fair because it was America. He get the right to do what he want to do, and people will stand by him tomorrow. What he did to the Liberians is now haunting him. It's Russell one Liberians to forgive him. Me, I'm forgiving him, but me, I cannot support him. If you want that support from the Liberian, he should first start with the public apologies. He need to go out there and and ask the Liberian publicly and ask them to forgive him and tell them sorry and tell person we are sorry. Where is Spoon TV today? Where is Stanton Wetton Smith? He living and coming to Mr. Gaiman. Where is he? You came out to talk about the Somalian community. My dear brother, I live in Australia. I'm speaking from Australia. I get the Somalian community. These people don't sit on Facebook, don't sit on public places to talk bad about our country. But Liberia, we do. The one that in politics, the one that put that say out there, they call them say advocate, activists, whatsoever. They download Liberia, they speak bad about Liberia, forgetting to know that they want the bigger office one day. Russell should have thought of that, but he never did that. Even when Mr. Gilman was on their platform talking to him, he was still out there fighting us. Now when I say us, I'm fighting the Liberian community. I said, smart man, you will say, whoa, one side of the community is fighting me and I want to become somebody, I need to put the community together. I need to come together. I need to make sure my community to come together. He never did it. He went on fighting and fighting and fighting. My sister just posted here. If we give that man a chance, 2029, he will not get President Weah a chance because he will bypass President Weah, he will join his people and he will fight him. He will not get President Weah a chance to become president of Liberia. Mr. Gaiman, I'll stop here, get the other chance, let it talk, and we'll continue talking. Russell, even the fly, the ants I leave my house cannot support Russell. But saying you to Mr. Gaiman at your show, you can bring Russell on, we'll listen to him, he will come here. The hard questions are here, we'll give it to him.
Thank you.
For me, I cannot support him.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mas SP Pelu from Australia. Let me welcome our Queen, Her Royal Highness, Her Majesty Marie Pine from Minnesota. Good to see you again, Your Royal Highness. Welcome. This is your platform, your home as well. That's the Queen for the Concerned Liberian Network. Let's go to the telephone lines here and welcome Prince Double from Kentucky, from the Prince Double Show. Prince, welcome. How you doing? You been training heavily?
I'm good.
You were on the post
I'm good.
earlier this morning, and then tonight on the show here, you've been training heavily. Let's hear your thoughts about Mr. Russell seeking our endorsements and support.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gilmore. Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah,
I know the board. I don't know, Mr. Diano, you're still board chairman for the OLM.
No, he's the executive director for the OLM.
Oh, okay. When I was there, you were board chairman. Okay. Oh, Mr. Mr. Dian, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Prince. How yourself?
Maybe he's not hearing me.
He's hearing you. He responded to you. He said
I'm doing good, Prince. How are you?
Okay, I think he's kind of a little bit of campaigning for Mr. Russell Belady, from what I'm saying or what I'm hearing from him tonight. He want a Liberian to be there. That's a good thing. Well, in my mind, I don't think Belady would be the good representative for the Liberians in that state. It was 2003. Belady and George Wu or Yo, they called the FBI on Matthew Zaza on Zing at 69. Right there, Zaza house is there. They raided that man's house, searched that man, bank accounts, everything. He said Matthew Zaza used to bring the Crown people to his house to raise money to support the Model and Lair rebel. When the FBI went and raided Matthew Zaza's house, they searched that man's house. They didn't find anything. They apologized to the man. The man like. Then 4 years later, he wanted to be the committee president, OLM president. That time we had presidents. We never had board members now with the executive teams. When we went for that debate on Humboldt and 60 on Brooklyn Boulevard, and I think 69 or 79, like that.
Yeah.
In our church. Dion, you were in our church. The guy who conducted the debate, the question from the crowd, the hall was packed, the church was packed. They asked Russell if Russell will apologize to Mr. Zaza. Zaza was in the hall. I was sitting right by Zaza then. He refused. He said he didn't do anything wrong. And when he was running to be the mayor, he sent Nehemiah Gali. Gali came to the Grand Jury Association. We said, bring Russell. Let Russell come. If he talk to us here and apologize, we might let it go. He's our brother. We get him to sit with him and talk. Russell refused. So my question to Dion now, is Russell waiting to sit with the community? There are a lot of counties heads in that place. You got the Nima Association, you got the Basso, Grand Jury, Crew, Marylanders, all those things. Is he ready to go sit there and talk to the people? You got Mary Russell was teaching, I think, a CA teacher assistant at the University of Minnesota. He was sitting in his office, called a Minnesota Public Radio, say all kind of things about the Liberian people. Is he willing to sit with his people? Somalian, you see that representing the Minnesota to in the Congress over there. The Somalians don't denigrate the people. They don't put the people outside. Do you know how many Somalians selling food in their houses in the basement? Or people go sell food in the basement. Winfred Russell won't go repel the people. Is he willing to sit with the people to talk? You know what I mean? To call FBI on somebody in the country, Mr. Gilmore?
That was wrong.
I can put you on the line tomorrow with you so you can ask him if I'm lying. And the thing that I sent you the article, I sent you from I've been keeping that thing from 2007. After that interview he did, he and Carol George.
Yeah.
So apparently, Mr. Dion, I don't know about it. I will forward it to him. I got Mr. Dion email so he can read it. If Mr. Dion, able to do this kind of thing to his people. So that's my question. Is Russell willing to sit with these people? Russell, I bet it can be 100%, but it'll be the 80% that Russell cannot count this thing. Or say maybe Kamati then forcing again something to come here, then he will come on this on your show to come and answer questions.
Not giving anything to Fousey. Thank you very much, Prince. The line is busy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Prince, can you hear me now?
Let's take this caller from Minnesota. Joyce Lomagel-Wim, welcome from Brooklyn Park. One of the voters.
Hello. Oh.
One of the voters there.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on the show. See what I told you? I said, come on the show. Come on, Jida, how to play that can break you and make you. I told you to come here. Thank God here. But Mr. Kamar, Russell coming on the platform to beg the Liberian people and say sorry because the mayor from Boakai. Because Russell, I think 2 or 3 days ago, Russell on the closing argument. Come out to beg you, your character is too important. I understand where you're coming from, but please don't build your character on Russell. Because Russell still not telling all the truth. I watched the closing argument from the beginning to the end. They both still not opening up to tell the truth. First of all, before you say something with the Liberian people on any show, when you appear, tell the Liberian people that I am. But Russell don't want to say sorry. For me, I got no problem. I told you the platform here. We can speak only 2 days. We get to talk about Russell. He will be the #1 on the ballot to win. I think in a heartbeat.
Right.
But are he willing to come and do a clear thing and say, I'm sorry, we're a waiting man. But because you pushing him for him to come after you win the election, then your character spoil. I will see you tomorrow to that meeting. Be careful. I know you, on behalf of Liberian people, you meant good for us. But your character is very important. I listen.
Thank
you very much, Joyce Lomagel-Wim. Let me go to Canada and welcome Miss Passaway. Gatti, Country First Passaway, welcome.
Hi, Mr. Kamar. How you doing? It's been a while since I participated in anything, but the reason why I called because I know we have all these stories about Mr. Russell, which of course, people who are Christians and who are God fearing people or who read the Bible have read the story about the prostitute in the Bible who everybody wanted to stone to death.
Right.
But then Jesus, or I think the story goes like Jesus came out and said, whoever never did anything bad before
He who is
should be the
without
first to,
sin.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not into into it like that, but I'm pretty sure you got a lot of people have done so much in the past, during the election, during the war.
Right.
But the reason why I call, because I live in Canada, and in Canada, representation means a lot. We Liberians, we've had this country, we have so many in America, but yet they're still not represented in any high level of anything. If Mr. Russell has been trying to get up there, even though along the way he have hurt people, and at this point he's coming back to say, my people, y'all help me. I mean, I'm not sure if he has said that, but I'm pretty sure he is leading towards that. That's why he sent somebody on GHT Talk. If not, I don't think Mr. Russell would have even had a mind to come on this platform, given the history recently with the mayor election in Minnesota.
Right.
So with that being said, I know the line is so jammy, but
line is packed. Yeah.
I live in Canada, and I want to beg the Liberian people, the Liberians in America, to please see the need for us to rally, for us to have some representation at a higher level. Whether Mr. Russell, maybe at this point he will prove himself, because I remember vividly Mr. Russell tried to help somehow in a little way during with the city hall and the police. So who knows? It's a step towards changing. Everybody can change. So maybe, let's just beg all the CLN members, all the GD, all the Weahians and everybody that over there to please see the need to help get this man to where he can be. I'm in Canada. We don't have cash out, but whichever way we can help, we will try our best if we can. So I just came out to beg all the Liberian people, Mass SP, I see where you come from, but I know where you live in Australia. Representation means a lot in for certain communities. So please, Mr. Kamar, thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. We got a sad news here from our big brother and big sister, Stevie and Nelly Kia. Their daughter, Dr. Stella Jeffries, we were celebrating her birthday, but Mr. Kia texted and said it was not her birthday, but his granddaughter's birthday, Princess. They are trending that Dr. Stella Jeffries' husband died yesterday in a car crash. And yeah, we are very, very sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Kia. I will be calling you right after the show. I have your numbers. She said I should inbox or text her my number. I'm gonna text you right now, and I will call you right after the show. I'm very, very sorry. Yeah, this is heartbreaking.
Oh, sorry.
We are sorry. We are
Yeah.
sorry to hear that. Man. We're sorry.
Very, very sorry to hear that.
So
Absolutely.
rest in peace, man.
Yeah. Wow. Just yesterday we were calling her name on the show, Stella Jeffries. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And the husband passed.
Oh, sorry.
Very, very sad.
So
Yeah. We got more callers yet. Kamate, let's just take all the callers. Take your notes, and then you're gonna come in, okay? We're already over the 2-hour mark, but talk to your people. Most of the people here are from Minnesota right now. Yeah. Let's take this caller here. 612. 7652. Hello? 612. 7652. Hello? Okay, let's take AB Kobwe. Kobwe, welcome. Oh, sorry. I had a line. Muted. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rebecca.
Hello?
Yeah, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rebecca. Say on. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you so much for the show.
Yeah.
And good evening to everybody. I'm just listening in, but Mr. German, I know Liberian will be backing for Mr. Russell. We live in Minnesota here. Snake is not a pet. Do not raise a snake and say, you know what? It's a snake, that small snake. So let me just feed it in the house. So for it to just be the snake is not a pet.
Baby snake
So
is
my
not
brother,
a pet.
my brother that on the show tonight, he knows what's going on in the Liberian community, especially in Minnesota. Mr. Gilman, they politics thing, they came into it and then it divide the whole community, the Liberian community. Even the OLM, who my brother is chairman, or I know his position there. Ask him when last they ever go for we who is now on their side to be part of them in the community. It's terrible. Let me be very frank.
It's terrible.
They shouldn't use the Somalian scenario to say they come and bring Somalian. There's a Somalian men, they're not putting their people in down. Mr. Gomez, 2 years ago, I pushed a Somalian man at what a place named UPS in the White House. You understand me? For looking at me and telling me, say, you're Liberian, you can eat him or me. I pushed it that day and I walked out of that place. It was not an easy thing. I said, don't never ever say that to me. In your country, you're fighting war there. But who put our business out there? We the same people. Now our children are dying from drugs and other things. This thing that what we're talking about, the people came on the air and made up our country. The light that was coming, they quenched the light. They quenched the light. I'm telling anybody, I know Liberian, they will say, oh, Liberian, what is it? Sorry for man, we are Christian, and this, that, you will also be the first to trust. So no, it's not that scenario. No, the Bible said, tell us, he said, be equal to yoke with a yoke. That's what the Bible says. And anything that want to make you to see, cut it off. Mr. Russell is not proceeding the real way, Mr. Gilman. The first thing before he comes to talk to you people, the OAM, who my brother is chairman for, get in the community and unite us. Look for the seditions, look for the reaction, look for the government supporters, those that supported the past government. Bring them back together. The Joseph Boakai that is supported, that the fact that they're supposed to start from before the council, that make it be represented in the place. Mr. Gilman, trust me. We will go after it. Let me tell you. So that all I want to say tonight, snake is not a pet. So don't say because it's a small snake, I will just put it in my heart, so I will be feeding it because it's small. When it grows, it will. No, snake is not a pet. That's what I want to say tonight. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Snake is not a pet.
Yeah, we're looking at 20.
Let's take this color here.
Snake and be
Yeah, we got four more. Colors.
Before I forget this,
yeah, go ahead, Kamade.
Yeah. So, my sister.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah,
my sister. So here's my dilemma. Everybody accused me of being Sadi. So now you accuse OLM or me now of supporting the incoming government. It's the same way when the CDC were in power, when I invited the chairman of CDC to be our guest speaker, all the board members, in fact, everybody accused me and talking about being a CDC member. I believe in the principles that OLM has to work with any government in power, irrespective of who like the government or not like the government, because the government has to relate to its constituents in Minnesota. All right. When President Weah was in office, at that time I was not even the executive director, but I make sure that we had his picture in the wall. Okay, I make sure that the dues, credits, and courtesy due the government. I don't get myself involved in any politics. I don't belong to any political party. My only interest is in the Liberian community. So, no, today you will think if we deal with the current government, people will say, no, it's not that. We have to be able to do that. So I just want to make that clarification. So tomorrow, another person, if tomorrow President Weah come back, people will accuse me again. Like the way today they say, so that's how it is. We have to be able to work with every government in power. Continue.
Thank you very much. Kamati, thank you very much. Let's take our next caller here. AB Kobwe from Minnesota. Kobwe, welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. You know, the lady that spoke before the gentleman I just spoke, got me laughing, talking about snake is not a pet.
Snake is not a pet.
You know, Mr. Gilman, Winfred Russell came to me during the primary between he and the lady that was that won before the current city mayor of Brooklyn Park.
Yeah.
He came to my house and I confronted him straight heads up.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, you know, Winfred Russell, I said, I am a sedition. I said, and I don't like your characterizations of our government. I said, I'm not against criticism, but constructively.
Right.
And I went straight to that post that he made with that dirty water stuff.
Yeah, dirty water
stuff. So I told him, I said, Liberia might be so many things, but this story, man, what did you put this story out there to portray? So I confronted his head up straight, and he and myself, we had a long conversations. And then that was the first one. The second one, when the Spoon came to Minnesota here, Spoon and his friends, Ben Sanvey and the rest of the other guys came to Minnesota.
Yeah.
The whole team came to Minnesota. I was probably the only sedition that was in the midst of them because everybody was singing the praises and things about him.
It up again. I watched that video.
And and I brought it up again and I questioned him. I said, Mr. Russell, why aren't you building bridges? Why aren't you reaching up to people like Mr. Gilman that command a huge lead of followers within this Brooklyn Park? So seeing him, for me to see you today posting that, what you posted that, you know, that he was coming on, that, you know, what you were asking your people, what do they make of him?
Yeah.
He's trying to come on the show here and there, rest of other. I felt that probably maybe what I told him, he took that into consideration because Ben Sanvey re-echoed that. Ben Sanvey said, the guy is kind of brave in the midst of all these people. And, you know, he said this. So Ben Sanvey said, yeah, but Mr. Russell, you should be doing that no matter. This is politics.
Yeah.
Politics does not have permanent enemies. You should be doing that. So when I saw that today, I realized that probably maybe he listened.
Yeah.
So I am just urging all our fellow Brooklyn Park citizens, you know, let them. He and myself will roll the same flag from Liberia from the first round of elections in Liberia.
Yeah.
On our way coming back to the States, he and myself will roll the same flag here and there, the rest of the other. So I want to add my voice to the many people in Brooklyn Park. For me, I confronted him. I told him what my dislike was. I told him the kind of person I am. I told him, I'm a sedition. I support the president. I don't like his behavior. Do constructive criticism. Good job.
Right.
Other than that, I don't, I just asking Liberian to please, and Mr. Gilman, you yourself, because the people listening to you, please encourage your followers, our people. Let them go out. Let us have representation, at least in our community. It will help in the future. It might not help right now, but in the future, it will help a whole lot.
Right.
That's my plea.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Before we take this caller from 267, let's take Confident D on the WhatsApp line. Confident, welcome.
The line is hot, man.
And everybody. Yeah, I just want to contribute a little bit. For me, I forgive Winfred Russell because he's a Liberian, but I hope that he listens to everybody, what they say, because they say the life you live, it live after you.
Yeah.
I wish, I know he listening to this show, and I hope he will find means and ways to forgive, because I don't know what President Weah did to him, but he hit President Weah with passion. And because of that, I don't know him from anywhere. But because of that, because we follow, those are, Russell then supposed to be our leader, so we follow them. But when you follow somebody and you hear him, all that comes from his mother is negative stuff. It's not helpful at all. Then time for you to take position, and then you come in to the people. For me, anybody that comes from the rescue, united family group of people, I don't trust them. Even if they say a rainy, I gotta go to see the rain. Yeah. So I don't trust Russell. I know Russell is part of the rescue, tend to excuse or united mission. You know, I know he's part of that. But I hope that he will step back and listen to what people are saying, because they say somebody who loves you have to tell you the truth. And that's what some people are doing.
Right.
I personally, I don't know him. I have nothing against him besides him turning against my leader, hating him with passion. That's what I have against him.
Right.
So if you want to be a leader, you refer to the Somalian, you see the Somalian people, how they protect one another. When a Somalian in some kind of corner, he will make sure he make way for all the Somalians to be connected. But come to us Liberian, we are different kind of people,
right?
Different group of people. So all that thing, I don't care if Russell win his election or whatsoever, which I know it will not help the Liberian community anyway. I don't know what he been doing, because as far as I'm concerned, Russell then been in this council leadership nonsense, and we can't see what they're doing for Liberia anyway. So I'm saying, for me, the way I used to hate him because he hated President Weah, I don't hate him anymore.
You forgive him.
Just by Kamar coming on say, oh, let bygone, let forget, I forgive him, but I hope he have that same space in his heart for President Weah, because he don't know President Weah from nowhere. He don't know him, but I think he just looked down on President Weah because of his level of education. So he look at President Weah to be that low man. He don't have respect for President Weah, and that's where I stand. Yeah. I don't hate him anymore. I mean, if he win, fine. If he don't win, fine. I'm not a voter anyway, but I'm just saying to add my voice to the other people.
Right.
Let's find room to forgive him and let him come there. But in as much I'm saying that, at the same time, keep room for disappointment, because you know they are the rescue and the rascals and the risky and everything that come to that reckless mission. Be part of it.
Thank you very much, Confident D.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's go to this caller here. Terry, you're going to be the last to speak. All right?
Oh, thank God. I'm lucky. Mr. Gilman, it's been a while. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine. Let's take this caller, 267-7168. Hello?
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Gilman?
I'm good. Your name?
I'm Tom KGO calling from Pennsylvania.
Welcome.
Okay, so, I follow closely all the people that talk on this program. Some of us, we came from the political school of thought, from UPP, Bacchus Matthews.
Yeah.
One time we want to maintain, and Bacchus Matthews to us, if you want to be a politician, you must live today as if tomorrow going to be election. Meaning, why it means, if you have a vision to lead your people, don't wait until election comes before you say, oh, Mr. Guinea want to be no. Start helping, start the process before election comes. With all the things people saying, I don't know, because The same way, people were in sympathy with Boakai when he went to Buchanan and say, if the people cheat, if the people cheat, that will be the end of the country.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you put him there, and you'll see where the country is going. So we shouldn't let sympathy or suppose see our interest. Look at the thing you're talking about, Matthew Sata. You want to be leader for a group, and then you carry somebody to FBI. And they created a man. They displaced him. They just had gone on his side. He never had anything that was, in that direction.
Yeah.
So that even a person, see people preaching, he gonna be there, because he the only Liberian in Minnesota that qualified to lead us to go as on the people's stuff.
Question one to answer.
You looking at it, they say when the Christmas will be good, you will know it from the east. You made a man record already. Then people preaching him, want to forgive him for what he did. He the only Liberian in Minnesota that got that land book, that land ABC. You can't push these kind of people. The crown, the grab up with all our Bible. They say when you're going for dancing, the woman that fine, that dress fine, are the one you have to carry. You know that Bible, right? That's the kind of person you put for. There's somebody who hurt people, who hurt somebody, and if nobody, let the president other people. Stop pushing the man. That man will not change. This man will not change.
Thank you very much.
The United people, they always divide people that by their motive. Thank you for giving me the time to talk to two people on this program.
Yeah, thank
you. But when snake bite you, when you see the laser,
you see worm,
you gotta be. You see worm, so you run away.
You run away.
Most especially the same cobra that bite you. You see it coming showing here. They say no.
Yeah.
This snake here, maybe that time it was young, but this time so it can't bite. No.
Thank you very much.
So hints were wise.
It's quite sufficient. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
No doubt. Let's go to Felicia Howe, Orita Kwa, and then Asik Sano, and that will be the last caller. And Terry gonna close for us.
Ooh.
Miss Howe.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I'm
good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? I just wanted to say something too, because everybody keep coming say Liberian don't have a seat at the table. We do have a seat at the table.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lady that when you left there from Denver, Colorado. She's from Liberia. She's a representative.
Yeah, state representative in Denver, Colorado, in Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was a guy in Utah. He's a mayor. He's a Liberian. We only elect the good Liberian.
Right.
But this guy, he dirty. His record not good.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have no good record. You see the thing at Hunt Kumi in the verbal community. This is it. Because there's no Bobo people in Maryland that live in the country that he ever did anything for. That even knowing that he came from Maryland until 2016.
Yeah.
And he's been here doing those time. Looking at it can hunt people.
Mm-hmm.
You live somewhere, you don't care about your family, the people that you come, the place you coming from, you don't care about those people. People are not trying to show and say, no, Somalians doing this. So that's what we get. No. The man will not change. Look at what we double said since 2003.
Yeah.
He will not change. He just coming back because of what he wants. And when you give it to him, he will be here. That's right. And if he calling you in the corner, they used to bring on our show. When you give it to him, he will behave just a Boakai. Well, further, that president, we are chopped up to him and carry him and bring him.
Yeah.
When he got back, they play the man bill at the airport. And you just remember I enter there?
You can't enter, no.
Mm-hmm. Go message for you, bro. You get high. You get high.
For you, bro. Didn't body blow. Blow you ho. You get Abby, I just spoke global just now. What she just said,
I heard
you get
you. I heard you.
you get hot. You see the red not plenty. That my whole day food. But can't let you. The person won't get it hot. The person not even yet. They just need a small thing for me. But can't let you. That only one spoon you said. No water to wash your hair.
We not forget yet. Well, I mean,
Yep.
You just want to use everybody.
Thank you, Felicia. Thank you very much. Let's Kwa, Orito Kwa from Delaware. Hello. Oh, this Orita going to. Let me take Isaac Sando and then we'll come to Terry. Terry gonna close for us. And then we'll go to our guest. Sando, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Gilman, for the platform, and thank you to all your panelists that are on the platform with you. I just wanted to ask you that now Mr. Russell knows us. You know, say CDC is stupid. Mr. Gilman, please don't give them your platform because that politics, but showing his face that I'm campaigning for him. Let him stay where he is. Let we stay where we are. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, this is the strength of seditions. Like this is a message we send it to any politician that would think because they're sitting in America, they can get involved in Liberia politics and go scot free.
Yeah.
So if we set that record and then we want to go back on retract what we did, I don't think it will be fair. So let Lila Liberia behavior back on, not back on.
Bamboo will not be bamboo. Thank you very much, Sandra. Terry. Falabondo.
Yeah, Mr. Gilman.
How you doing? Welcome.
Great, thank you. I'm okay.
I bet looking at all the appointment lists and see your name yet. You were my other picking there. Where your name? George Lobo.
I mean, they will call me. Don't worry.
They will call you?
Yeah.
Because when they call you, I know I got my friend in government too.
I know, right?
I beg you, let me take
Terry.
Let me take the lady before you. Let me take her, right. And then you.
Cool.
I still want to make you the last.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Miss Kwa, Orita says Orita, welcome.
Yeah, sorry. You know, I went on talking and I cut my phone off. I cut my phone off mistakenly and I didn't even know my phone was off. Yeah, happy 4th of July to all. Yeah, as I was saying,
Go ahead. Orita.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying our brother needs to forget this thing. If he really wants to help the Liberian community and Liberia, he has a very bad record. He's not the only person that can do this thing. With all these funny things that he did, going to the internet, grabbing pictures and making it to look like it's in Liberia and, you know, having people being arrested and all of that. I mean, it's like a really, really bad thing.
Yeah,
so empower him. If he really have this country at heart and his community at heart, let him step aside. Let someone do it now. And he can come back after he has regained the trust of the Liberian people.
Wow.
But for now, he can push this thing, you know, down people through. It's wrong. And it is still raw, the things that he did to people.
Yeah.
People still hiding from those things. Let's forget me for President Weah. He really don't have anything to, yes, it was because of President Weah. He hurt the country and he hurt people individually.
Right.
You know, you can just come on now and say, oh yeah, you go on one radio talk show and maybe you say, oh yeah, Asaro. So what? We have to regain your trust. The Liberian people have to regain your trust.
Right.
So let him step aside for now. Let someone else take over this thing. And when he regain the trust of the people, then he can come by and maybe people might, support him. And by him coming on the platform yesterday, I don't think it's even necessary. Because actually the whole conversation, I've been sitting there and I've been boiling inside when I hear people making excuses for him and talking about, to forgive. No. That's not a way to forgive. You can forgive, but it's, you can't just forget like that. So thanks for having me. Happy 4th to all.
Happy 4th to all. And
okay, bye.
Yes, it's just going to 11 o'clock. You talk about happy 4th. You better come by here 12 o'clock and say happy 4th. Yeah, Terry. After Terry, we go to my dear friend and brother. Don't confuse the people. Jerome Gayman. And then we're going to go to our guest.
All right, can I go ahead now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, thank you. Let me say thanks for having me. And thanks to my big brother, Kamate, one of the best executive directors I've ever known since I moved to Minnesota.
Wow. Thank you. The best executive director since you moved to Minnesota is Kamate Dian.
Oh yeah, since the guy that been doing a great job. So Kamate, thank you. He's my
Kamate, that my old schoolmate, classmate, and that's my friend and brother. So you see the good in Kamate, you see the good in me, right?
Yeah, give me if we trouble. If you fire. But anyway, straight to the topic, starting all the time. So, Mr. Gilman, I want to advise Kamate to really bring Mr. Russell on this show, so because there are serious, grave allegations levied against him tonight. And I was just sitting in my room listening, and nobody else can clear the air than himself.
Absolutely.
But I know Russell's like on the side, not buddy. But like you see me, I've been engaged in the community in different at different levels with the Otamo Secretary Ablao. We normally partner with Kamate and the OLM to carry on projects here. So we try to make our impact in a low weak way. So I've been able to interact with Russell a couple of times, and he need to come on here. But I know Russell to be a decent guy. Even during the George Weah regime, I saw Russell working with Patrick Sudu when he came here. Russell was the one who made way for him to meet the fire department, the Minnesota Fire Department, the Minnesota Police Department, and they were able to work something. I don't know if those items reach Liberia or Patrick Sudu. If you even ask Patrick Sudu, he would tell you. So I'm just trying to say this to say that maybe he may have said something politically against George Weah during the heat of the elections. But he's not a bad guy, because I even know that when I was in Liberia working at LBS, during the heat of the Ebola, Winfred Russell came to Liberia a couple of times on the LA regime. He did a couple of good things. He went in the rural area, he went on fights at Maryland County to help there with his little project he was on there, carrying on. And even up to now, he still got the water project that's still going on. I'm not blowing his horns here, but if the community is satisfied with him, he needs to come in himself to clear these allegations, because they're very grave. Let me just end by saying, Mr. Gilman, we all have our political views locally in Liberia. When it comes to the United States, I think we have one voice. Liberians, we are a very small community, but the whole thing here tonight, I see that Joe Weah been it. Me, I know. Because Joe Weah, you tell Joe Weah is a very reconciliatory guy. Joe Weah was able to forgive man like using language. After he betrayed him to go to Ellen, he welcomed him back. I can name them the Jim Stanley that deep by the Kevin Subway. If Joe Weah says today, if Joe Weah meet Russell, he will say, Russell, give me a hug. Let's put Liberia in America. And that's what I'm going to end with, because I know the guy who you all fighting for here, which I know that majority of the GHT supporters, they love Joe Weah so much, they are still hurt from the elections, which is normal. We ourselves, 2017, we're really hurt with us supporter Boakai. But we today you must say, Gilman, we are still buddies. You are a big brother to me, but I call the show, you give me the airtime, we talk it up, election time when they are over. But Liberia, especially in Minnesota, we need a Liberian and that house to represent us here. Because I don't like we're missing out here again, man. I want to take all your time from every level, education, business. We don't have a voice, and we are missing out on it. So let's just put our billionaire aside. Like, Russell is not a really bad guy. Like I said again, he may have something bad in elections, but I think he needs to come on here and clear these allegations, clear his air, and make his case to you people. But Kamar doing a good job tonight. Thank you, Mr. Clement, for the time always, and I appreciate you, sir.
No doubt. Thank you very much, Terry. Let me squeeze Wilton Ketter in. That's the man who will get away with no more colors. Wilton Ketter.
Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Gilman.
You're welcome.
I turned in late and I heard the lady before this in Terry spoke, and she mentioned something about I know the topic is about Russell, Winfred Russell, and stuff. I had an opportunity to in fact I extended a friend request to him. I even chatted with him, sent a chat to him so he can call me. I wanted to really you cannot divorce our politics in Liberia with some of the things we do here. Liberia has become a place where everybody is passionate about our country development, is passionate about our political, sojourn, whatever. But somebody to sit on a platform and say bad things about their own country, and at the same time, they want people who support this a specific regime to support them when they are seeking some political office in America. It's going to be difficult, and that's why I wanted to call him. I told him, I said, call me so we can talk. I wanted him to come on GHT, and it's good that you guys having the discussion.
Yeah.
To bring him on GHT, so at least like Terry said, I don't want him to justify. I don't want him to come on the show. I want him to come openly and apologize to the Liberian people, because these things has, they have a very bad effect. That some of the things that they made summer to is unsanctioned because the way Liberian people lie. You listen to Yasini, they not make Yasini a household name in America because of the many lies they told about our country and George Weah government. She on front row now sitting now and talking about war crimes courts. The lies they told about people, the hurt families. You cannot do that. All right? Regardless of our political differences. Speak the truth. Speak the truth. You cannot do what Russell did. So he needs to come on the show and apologize to Liberian people, at least, so they can give him a chance. And like the brother said, we need a Liberian representation in the House. I will not be satisfied for me to be in Connecticut and there's a Liberian running, and because we have political differences in the House, I will say no, But at the same time, when you try to bring a country down, a man down, especially looking at what I'm seeing right now, if Russell could condemn George Weah, what is now holding him from condemning Joseph Boakai for the things he's doing in Liberia?
Right.
If you really, really, really really like Liberia and say the country was bad under George Weah and all the bad things, what is happening now under this administration that he can't come?
Right.
He wants this country to be good, right? But he's not doing it.
He's not doing it.
He only did it because of hate. And that's where the seditions and people that support President Weah say, hell no. But again, we have to look at it from a bigger picture. Like Terry said, let a brother come on and, Teeth and tongue can fight. At the end of the day, they stay part of the mouth.
Right.
Thank
you very much, Kelter. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity, Mr.
Come out there, Mr. Dion, please, I beg you. People are calling. I got about 4 more callers. I beg you. Let's other time spent here. That's the only topic we're discussing today. That's why we got 15 others. I beg you. Let me just take these, and then that will do it for us. I beg you.
Okay, sir.
You can understand when you talk to your man Russell, when he decided to come here, you will get 10,000 calls. We'll just start a show and open it loud. The people will talk to him. Let's take Monique Walker from Tennessee. Monique, welcome.
Hey, Mr. Gilman, good evening. How you
Good evening
doing?
to you. How you doing, lady?
I'm doing great.
Great.
Kamate, what's
That's
up,
my
bro?
very own Monique.
You did a very good deliberation for Russell. I know Russell, okay, but I will talk my own Liberian English because I want to learn. Tell Russell, you know, go back, okay? Wherever, find one 8 to 5 or 9 to 6 job. Next election after this, he can come by and try. This time, no way. We ain't want no hearing because that story here, second round, and the other person can't go and all that kind of thing there. Fast food and food. And to end, a pet, a snake is not a pet.
A snake
not
is not
even
a
a new boat snake. So, but that little will go out. We're not voting for you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Monique Walker. Let's take our next caller here. Rodney Peabody. Happy birthday to you, my man. I took your call because it's your birthday, son. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
No doubt.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. My
You're
own
welcome.
father. Because my friend Terry was talking, I had to call in. Mr. Gilman.
Yeah.
I always give this story. If Jesus was so not of how you call it, a God of justice, he wouldn't have whipped people in the temple. He whipped people in the temple because he told them over and over not to sell in the temple.
Yeah.
There was a law. So here's the thing. When you commit a crime, it's not that people don't forgive you, but what is it? You serve term for your crime.
Yeah.
And this is clear. I want to talk to every Minnesotan tonight. No way possible. Because people keep talking, Terry keep talking about old party. This is CLM. GHT did not speak on party line. They spoke for Liberians during the election. And not only seditions that are suffering today. Let's be clear. It's not only seditions. So for the fact that Russell influenced people in Liberia and America to stand against one man that was always fighting for America, that is the reason why he should not. Because number one, if it was not just his own decision, it was people influencing him. So y'all leave that thing, but we need a Liberian to stand up and serve. Listen to me. If a Kenyan will serve Liberian community good, I don't care if a Liberian do not serve it good. That's my philosophy. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. From Washington, D.C., 202.
Yeah.
I believe that Breakable Power.
Yeah, Breakable Power.
That's our last caller. Then we'll go to Jerome Gayman.
Yeah.
Folks,
Thank you
our
so
guest,
much.
our guest got to leave. He been in it since we started. He logged in before I even started the show, but we kept him in the back, and he been with us the same time. We all been here 2 hours, 48 minutes, 46 seconds now. So we're gonna take Paul and then Jerome Gayman,
yeah,
and then we'll go to our guest to give his response.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kamar.
Yeah.
You know, I listen on both radio stations on Spoon FM and Cruising Argument. And I even commented, being real to yourself by being apologetic or being fair to know you're wrong is better than to innocent.
Yeah.
Because eventually, you was in the comment of small community. First of all, in the election period, you have a group of Liberians that was not in support of you, that got hurt because of your politics and your preaching. And now you coming back again. First of all, you have to declare yourself that this is what I did, what happened. I really not meant to do it. And because of this reason, I beg you to forgive me. And be sincere. Why the point of us now is that just do. You become elected as a representative. And next election coming. Do you guys show of this having a privilege to damage us more or even go against us more? And this I still say. They may do things that was not correct. No matter look, when you know up a foreign country and you want to become somebody in a foreign country, you know that you got people there. Even you now support other places that you support in power, you cannot damage it.
No.
You cannot be like your opponent today. You're in a foreign land that you want support. So if you want to do anything, although you want to support back home, but you cannot be open. I want to see. You go so to the skin and you make the government to be like enemy to the country. And that's because you're not to put the government and allow it politics upper layer that people looking up to. Make yourself flexible to everybody. But now look at how no matter what it, if they go to your hand in less than a second, it will take a while. People start reading and move. And now, even you come out air, you have been said to himself. They say the truth, oh man, I beg you. They was happy for sake of Liberia, or for Liberia's sake, don't forgive me. Just move off. But you did not come out and say those things. Suppose I want to change your mind, it's difficult. Because we don't know how sure you come out and start doing the same thing I did during the election time when election coming. Because you're not supposed to you're not be supported again.
Right.
So that's an issue. For me, as I commented, and Ben said he was the one that responded and said, you're sorry. For me, on the sake of Liberian, I want for all to forgive me. But on a serious note, being in an upper country or being in foreign country and have opportunity does not make you no right to go against any government in your country. It's a privilege I gave you to represent those people that the country in. Even in that government power, you have support.
Absolutely.
Do your best for the country.
Thank you very much.
For your saying that move. Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Gayman, Jerome.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for having me.
No doubt. Welcome. How you doing?
Doing excellent. I'm doing very, very well, and I'm grateful to God for the day.
No doubt. Let's hear your takeaways here. I know you've probably been following the conversation. You saw the post this morning. I think I talked to you while I first had a meeting with the Russell campaign and all of that. You heard everybody here, the comments and everything. You listened to our guest, Kamar Dian, Mr. Dian, the executive director for OLM. What's your own analysis, your takeaway? Russell wanting our endorsement and support to be state representative for District 38A, Minnesota, Brooklyn Park.
You need my honest opinion?
Which one you will give me? You ever lied to me?
If you want me to be politically correct, we can do that. But if you want my honest opinion, I can be very firm and very fair with you. I want you to understand this in a political context. And I also want those who are listening to look at the social psychology involved and in our historical context. When Bill Clinton and other folks were running, there was an independent candidate in the race. And he used one phrase that haunted him for the rest of his life. He called the black people, you people. I won't call the name of the candidate, but by referring to a group of people, a race, an entire generation, call them you people.
You people, yeah.
That separates you from the rest of the folks. And when you separate somebody from you are the human being. You consider yourself superior. When you separate you from the other person, you expose that person to danger, like the Civil War back home. People were killing other people that they saw not befitting to live because they didn't belong to their clique, to their tribe, to whatever it was, and they butcher people because of that. This man and I have been going back and forth for years. This man hit for George Weah and the native people. I'm going to say this to you. This man took a photograph from South Africa somewhere, dirty water.
From Somalia.
Somalia with baby drinking dirty water from the pond. And he published that photo over and over, telling the folks, this is how terrible George Weah was. And he was killing his own people.
Wow.
This is a man in this country for the man who was the leader, the Grand Wizard of the KKK to come and say you want to be president of the NAACP. I don't know if it's ever possible. This man says, George Weah and his likes, those are us who supported George Weah. We are not befitting. So he had this superiority complex that everybody else is inferior to him and what he believes in. After the election, we saw the young folks that were killed in Foya. We saw young folks being killed on the how they call it, Japanese highway, brutally murdered. Had Winfred Russell, any Winfred, that's his name?
Winfred.
Oh, Winfred. Have Winfred ever come up to say, my people, this is Liberian killing Liberian, this is not good? Has he spoken against the corruption, massive corruption that is presently going on in the country? Have Mr. Russell spoken against people being laid off from the job because of who they are? Because they're either from the Southeast or they're associated with President Weah. Has he said anything about the police killing of the innocent people in Liberia? In 6 months, we have about 8 people killed already.
Wow.
The police killed 4 people directly. In fact, yesterday, a baby was murdered.
Baby, yeah.
Has he spoken to those ills?
Wow.
Right after the election, he was in Liberia for the inauguration. Things didn't go well for him. He's back here. There were tons of them that went home thinking that they were going to get green letters. And Joseph Boakai had his own plans. Is it now that GHT and people are not of his liking? Finally, he had realized that every vote counts.
Yep.
We have lived in this country without Liberian being president of the United States, and we have benefited. Liberia has not been
being what?
Liberia have not been governor of my state. I'm in Florida, and I'm benefiting. Whether Winfred Russell is still representing Minnesota or not, Liberian people are going to benefit equally. It doesn't matter. So what I'm saying here is, look, we have to be honest with ourselves. We have value. We have a system in place. Anybody who does not value our system, our culture, and our understanding for who we are, that person does not belong in our leadership. He doesn't value you while he's not in leadership. He will never value you while he's in leadership.
That's true.
You saw what he did on Spoon. This man was everywhere, denigrating, belittling, not just George Weah, but everybody else that is attached, believes, follow him. They were not against George Weah because of policy. They never quoted any policy differences. It is because of who he is, where he comes from. He's from Gibraltar. He's from the bottom of the list. And these people do not belong in leadership.
Right, according to them.
These people do not belong where we belong. We are those who run with. For these people, they think that there was some divine intervention, that they were gifted by God, that they are the sole leaders. And everybody else you follow. You see how he writes, how he talks, what he does. He's not more educated than everybody on here, but he talks like that. He behaves like that. And the people say when he walks like a duck, and walks like a duck is a duck. A duck will always be a duck. You put suit on a duck, it will quack. It will walk like a duck. Mr. Russell is a vile human being. His education has never benefited anybody that I know, because the scripture said we should do all we can for the least among us. He has failed that test. I'm not a preacher. I think we got enough preachers on here. But Mr. Russell, I am a sociologist. I am trained. I have as much education as he has. For him to look at me and all of you that follow President Weah and say, we are nothing. We are nothing. I have no issue with you forgiving him, but we can't forget. And I have to be honest with my brother. He will never get my vote.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gay Man. Come on, tell you. I don't know. Was it an earful or?
So I'll tell you
complete
what.
mouthful.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a community servant.
Absolutely.
Leadership is the ability and capacity to influence others through inspiration, motivated by a clear-cut vision and a sense of purpose.
You've demonstrated that here tonight.
So, to my dear brother Jerome Gaiman, I see how passionate you are about this issue. And it is not easy when you feel strongly about something and expressing it with passion. But let me give you a quotation from one of the anonymous scholars. Saying sorry is easy, but putting down your pride to accept the apology is even harder. And at some point, this will be the challenges all of us will have. There was one of the ladies that said, is he the only person? Maybe another time. Let's replace him. No, he's not the only person in the community. But at this point in time, it's late to put another candidate. The alternative we have, if it's not Russell, is the Kenyan lady. And we are very close to getting this seat than any other time in the history of that seat in the district. There was a Caucasian guy that held this seat for 20 plus years. This time around, I only 2 black. Another person said we should punish Russell. And I can tell you, Russell has had the effect and faced the consequences of people not voting for him as demonstrated in the just ended mayoral elections. But then that result impacted us as a community. Another lady said he needs to apologize to President Weah. We all have different political persuasion. If I was a candidate or anybody hoping to aspire for any political office in the United States, I would stay away from Liberian politics.
I tell you.
But not everybody will think in that way. But I can tell you, we all Liberians have different political persuasion and different political interests. It becomes very challenging if the side that you are on, the other side would not like it. The side you'll be on would prefer that. Another person said, snake is not a pet. So if you think you're going to play with the snake, you're taking a calculated risk. But I can also tell you, the very cure for snake bite is snake itself. It is the venom of the snake that they can use as an antibiotic to save you. But it is depending on how you make use of that venom in the snake. Like my father always said, there is no human being that is completely useless. You always find the use for that person. Another person said that if Winfred Russell come here, will he be able to apologize? Has he learned his lesson? If Russell put all he could in the mayor election and lost it, he lost several elections. He only won one. I think with our pressure and his own intuition, understanding that whenever you put things in the back burner, it will come back again. It's not done with. Winfred Russell will be more than glad to come on your show. Am I going to put my neck on the line for Winfred Russell or any Liberian? No, I'm not going to do that. But when I tell you this is the right path to carry, I will definitely do that. What is my interest in this whole equation? As a servant of this community, I'm just hoping for us to have a seat on the table so as to impact our children in a generation to come after us. The decision that I made that affect the day-to-day life in our community is done at state capital. When we have over $2 billion in terms of the economic impact for us in this community, in this state, and then we have no appropriation that come back to us, it's alarming. So I hear all of what you're saying, my brothers and sisters. You are rightful to be angry. You are passionate about all your concerns, and those need redress. We are, as a community, are only trying to facilitate a process where we can all find a common ground. Our diversity as people is embedded in our commonality with one heritage. And I think that should be the driving force that should guide our interaction with one another to preserve what we have as our national heritage. I have been in my office is about 10:20, almost 10:30.
Right.
I sat here, hear all of what you said, and I listen. If we could be here for another 3-4 hours, I will stay endure that. That's the essence of what we do. On behalf of the Liberian community, I want to say I'm sorry to all of you that are hurt, that have concerns, and all of your passion. Winfred Russell will have to come on your show to answer to your concern. But at the end of the day, my only appeal to you all, let us all find a common ground to forge ahead for the general good of our community and our national heritage. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for having me on your show. I'm very happy that you extended me the opportunity to be on the platform, and I look forward to the engagement in subsequent time to come.
Thank you very much, my dear friend and brother, Kamate Dian, Executive Director, OLM. It's been a great evening with you. And like I stated, when we met with Russell and the campaign manager and others, I said I will put this out to my people, to my followers, to the community, and let's hear their thoughts and concerns. Okay, this is not a one-day thing. We will continue to discuss this topic, and the Concerned Librarian Network will convene a meeting, and we would after hosting Russell, we'll convene a meeting, and we will make a decision from there. But the meeting will not be till we host Russell. So thank you very much for coming on here. You can convey our sentiments to Winfred, Mr. Russell, and let him know that we devoted about 3 hours on him tonight on this platform, and we are willing to go another more time, because we don't do this thing lightly. When we endorsed Hollis Winston that time, we came together as a team, as a people, as a community to do it. And the folks here on this platform, they sent me alone to Minnesota to get the people in Brooklyn Park together with our message. Like you stated, oneness of purpose. Yeah. We came together with that oneness of purpose to making sure that Winfred Russell did not become mayor of Brooklyn Park. Okay, I'm happy that we got somebody like Ebi Kobwe, who was the lone person in that room with Spoon TV that night when he told them, say, why don't you talk to Gilmore and his group? You know, today that inquiry or inquest is materializing. We are not boasting of anything, but we believe in our advocacy to be honest, to be consistent, and to show leadership. Something you demonstrated here tonight. You were honest about everything you said here. You were consistent. You showed leadership as a true community servant, community leader. I want to salute you for that. So take our message to the brother, and I will call you. We'll talk about it when he wants to come on the show. But first, I believe early voting has started, right?
Yeah, we started early voting. We have we disseminating the information to the Liberian community,
right?
And I think there are signals that we're getting that things are going good, but we don't want to leave any stone unturned.
You don't want to leave any stone unturned.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we will talk. We will schedule Russell appearance on here, and then the group will meet and we'll decide.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Brother Dion. It was a great show. Thank you.
When he leaves, we're going to have at least 10-15 minutes of roundtable.
Yep.
Yeah, because I want to say something about the apology thing, but it's okay. He has to leave.
Yeah,
what you said? Oh, say that again.
No, what I'm saying, you know, I hosted Dr. P.L. Olumumba with the Kenyan organization in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I have a great inroad with the Minnesotan Kenyan population there, and I'm going to reach out to them.
Yeah, thank you very much. Pierre Monlimla, I met him when he came to Minnesota. We were at the state capitol together. He's a very decent gentleman, and I think most African leaders, statesmen, should follow your footsteps. The guy is very practical, very simple,
including Mr. Russell. But anyway, what I'm saying here is I'm going to reach out to them, not on behalf of Russell, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to talk to them as an individual, and I will be a testimonial as to why he is not a good leader from the Liberian community.
Please don't do that. No, please don't do that.
I just told you that's what I'm going to do.
And I'm appealing to you. If you cannot help somebody, don't harm them, please.
I'm not harming them. His record cannot harm me. If the record is good, it won't harm him.
But
okay? The truth. We have to tell the truth.
You have to allow the man. Come on.
Let allow our guests to leave.
Listen, okay, guests can leave. Yeah. I'm just telling you that a leader, what makes someone a leader is a person with vision that you can see further than anybody else can see. Mr. Russell should have seen that 20 years ago that the sky was his limit. He didn't do that. So what I'm saying here is let the truth be told. Don't lie on the man. Don't say anything that is derogatory, that is not factual. We are not going to beat Russell because Russell did that to Weah. He lied. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell the folks that this man,
let the guests leave.
Let the guests leave, and then we can have our.
We got to tell the guests the truth. Thank you, sir.
Okay, man. Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deere. It was great. It was great having you on here. All right, Simia Wright. Simia Wright said you were against Russell because he did not support Weah. You preferred an American instead. Didn't you hear me say that? Yeah, see me right.
Yeah, all I want that.
See me right need to try
what that Nigerian mopper need? The one who can be talking all kind of to your Facebook.
No, listen,
Chibuke.
Listen, Simeon was napping. You are napping.
You are napping. The Boakai, you are napping. Yeah, Simeon was napping. And Lawson Zilli says Simeon Wright is one of the main reasons Russell will be disappointed again. Yeah.
When the decision was made to support Winston Halley, Simeon was napping, so he didn't know.
You are napping. You are napping. Well, we had a great conversation with Kamate. You're a nice gentleman. I've known for quite a long time. You say you know Russell for over 40 years, but he and I were in elementary school, since when? My John Beamer said, don't call age and years, Mr. Gamer. Yeah. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, Rosalie, you there? Rosalie not fall asleep on us. I saw, yeah, the European people gotta go now. I saw Miss Chapin trending heavily. I thought Miss Chapin was going to be the one to say, Mr. Gamer, let's forgive me, boy.
You're joking.
I'm telling you.
Her comment did not go in that direction.
But listen, my brother.
Yeah.
I'm stunned by the callers and the responses.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I am completely stunned because let me say this. I know you coming in, my brother, but these are the things that happen if the leader don't initiate reconciliation.
I tell you,
it exacerbates the problems.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can tell you this: if President Boakai had extended olive branch, that would have pacified a lot of situations that we are faced with today.
Mm-hmm.
But the anger it keeps brewing or it keeps exacerbating. So the little ones that are down there, they're going to still be in the line of fire continuously. And you can sense them from the callers. Because people call here tonight, they are only listening on the show.
Yeah.
But the minute that do to call in today, and even Kamate, I know he's completely stunned. He said, but wait a minute, what did I get into here tonight?
Yeah.
So it's a that way you ask why it's a muffle, the one is an earful and it's an earful, I'm telling you.
Handful.
You know,
one
crew already used to say something. I don't know whether the crew will take offense in it, but she used to say they want a follow my darling way. I tell you, a follow it, I tell you on the not even the world will go with this. That's what I don't want to do, my brother. But indeed, I'm stuck.
Yeah. I think the takeaway here tonight that they comment baby snake is not a pet.
I tell you.
No, it's trending.
You can't raise it. You know.
That Rebecca said.
Baby snake is not a pet.
No, it's not.
You can't go catch the baby snake and you bring it home. You be holding it in your hand, twisting it up and down, and then you be calling it monkey, you all right? You be feeding it with egg and banana and this and that. When you go low, where your mustard getting big, it be exercising how to swallow you. Yeah. Baby snake is not a pet. Apostle Sio, let's give it to you so that you can get ready for work.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let me start with once again on behalf of GHT to the family, we say our condolence to the
to
Mr.
Kier and his wife.
Yes. Our deep condolences to you and the family. I want to say hello to Mansera also, because from the beginning I didn't see you, so I couldn't call.
It's okay. How you doing, my brother?
And Jerome Gamer, you are welcome. We're always happy to see you. AB and myself and everybody, Mr. Gimon. Yeah, so you know, AB, you try, but you did not make it. I think about
Don't
AB.
worry. I try.
He got
AB,
love,
you try.
You could see the love in my face, but I
I can
couldn't
see
get
the
it.
because I see you backing tonight on behalf of Russia, and also trying to pacify commentary and everything, trying to be objective, to the highest point. I know, maybe you remain a good man, it's good, thank you. But some of us, we are so, the passion and the love that we have for our country, like you, of course, when it comes to Liberia, and when we see people destroying the image of Liberia, and then they are not really fully repented or repentant of that attitude, we will not, give them any support. Okay, I like the way Mr. Gimon, they call you on the side. They say, please, he said, okay, you're not good. Let me carry on my platform. He's our president. He's our boss. So but he said that CLN will have a position. So CLN will go to meeting and we'll have our position statement on the whole thing here,
Right.
because the thing, it has to be universal, it has to be global. So that one man thing. But what I want to say is that I want to sharpen the contradiction, a little bit. I see people quoting Bible verses. When I come on the political, show as a pundit, I don't like to talk about Bible. I'm a Bible scholar, but I don't. But when you bring the Bible thing, then we're going to enter inside. So the first thing is that somebody was talking about John chapter 8, verse 7, and then coming down all the way to verse 10, where the prostitute, people stone the prostitute, and then Jesus said, if you have no sin, be the first. And then everybody left. But then the woman, I will not even say, the woman and Jesus, they had a conversation at the end of the story. They had a conversation. Jesus asked the woman, Jesus said, where are your accusers?
Yeah.
Where are your accusers? And then she said, and then Jesus said, is there anybody who has condemned you? And then she said, no, they are not here. They have all left. Nobody has condemned me. And then Jesus told her, go and sin no more.
No more.
Now, let somebody ask Winfred Russell, where are your accusers?
They are here.
They are still here. And tomorrow they will be here. We are still accusing him. He has not yet repented. And I pray that you listen to the broadcast. He has not yet. And I heard my own in-law, who I love so much because he gave me a sister, saying that if somebody say, I am sorry, you will have to accept the apology. You need courage and you need more humility to accept the apology. I agree. But first of all, let the sorry be sincere. If the sorry is not sincere, if the sorry is only with lips or on the surface, I mean, that would be hypocritical. So nobody can accept that sorry. We are looking for a genuine, sincere sorry and apology from Russell to the Liberian people. Now, somebody want to make this like Judge Weah. It's not only about, it's about our country. Russia doesn't have no respect and love for Liberia. If he does, then he couldn't have put that Somalian picture there and denigrate our country at that level. Somebody was talking about, yeah, he forgave Eugene Nangbe. But ask yourself a question. He has also forgiven James Salinsa Diba. But is Salinsa Diba in the diamond of President Weah right now as I'm talking to you? No. But Nangbe is in the diamond. When I say diamond, I mean in the inner cycle. Why? Because Nangbe has, if you want, he has regained or re-earned the trust of His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah. We are saying to Russell, the Liberian people need to earn that trust. You need to earn the trust from the Liberian people. Proverbs 14 verse 22, the Bible says in Good News Translation, it says, you will earn the trust and respect of others if you work for good. If you work for evil, you are making a mistake. If you call FBI on your own Liberian brother, and up to now you are not going on social media to apologize to Matthew Zaza or to apologize to the Liberian people, and then you say nobody should make Kenyan woman representative, come and make me representative, we will make, I am talking for myself, I will make the Kenyan woman the representative, and then after 4 years, if you are really repented, I will run your campaign. I am talking to, it's not GHT, it's not anybody else. I am not giving Russia my support until I see genuine repentance and the remorse. So that's why I want to say thank you, Mr. Gilmore, for allowing me to be on the show again tonight. And thank you for the time, because you came on LA. So it helped with the people from Europe and Russia, and let me say Russia, say Australia, and all the places to come on the show. Jerome Gilmore, I salute you. Mr. Gilmore, I salute you. AB, thank you for teaching us the BB book. And wonderful Sarah and Rosalind. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Apostle DGCO. Miss Winley, you there? Looking at Rosalind, call her people.
Yeah, Rosalind, I think she frying her plenty.
She frying her plenty. Miss Dopo, Sarah, let's get your takeaway.
She's not.
Sarah, you there? Miss Dopo?
Sarah on the clock.
She on the clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm here. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Let's hear your takeaways.
Great show, guys. This is very, very fascinating, very interesting. I mean, the comments, the calls from our people with regards to this, our brother is overwhelming.
It
and
is.
Not in his interest at all. I would think that we'd love to have him on the platform for him to come and face our people. While it is true that we welcome reconciliation, it's also important that he address these issues, because these are genuine concerns.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be a leader with all these extra baggages,
Right.
So we want him to come on the platform and address it. If it can be addressed and if it can be solved, we can beg our people. I would have loved, actually, honestly, for us to have a different candidate who will bind everyone together. I don't see him as a leader who will bring our people together in Minnesota. I don't see him to be that leader. But the wise men, people change. Like the story the brother gave on here. So maybe he can change. Maybe he can do his best. We don't know. But until we can hear from him and hear what he got to say, our people concerns are very, very important, and we don't take it lightly. So we would love for him to come on the show. But other than that, Mr. Gilman, thank you so much. The show was very fascinating and interesting.
Right.
Love it. I love our people, and thank you so much. We are listening on.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Ms. Dopo, for your participation on here as well. You contributed greatly since you joined. Mr. Jerome Gayman, don't confuse the people. You came with your honest assessment of Russell.
Hey.
The man was blazing, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
Blazing. You're firing for all cylinders, I'm telling you.
All cylinders. What you got? All-wheel drive?
I got 4-wheel, V8.
V8 4-wheel,
yeah, V8. That's what I'm talking about. Well, Mr. Gilman.
Yeah.
It would be foolhardy to be politically correct on this show with you and with our family.
Right.
The young man and his group decided that they will go all out to make sure that they got their country back. George Weah will be a one-term president. Mm-hmm. President Weah does not belong.
Wow.
And they went to the end of the earth, and they accomplished that.
That's right.
They disposed of this president.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did they do that, but they are trying to erase, to be a historical revisionist. They are trying to revise Liberian history. You and I were here. We were in Liberia. We were celebrating the groundbreaking of the Rawafi Highway and the roundabout. and they fought him tooth and nail.
They did.
Yep.
They were showing photos of, they were deliberately driving into ditches and putting the picture on Facebook saying, look at, these people are so illiterate and so dumb. They don't know what they are doing, and people are literally dying. Today, you see them, they are taking the roundabout that President Weah paid for.
Yeah.
They are celebrating it as though it is theirs. In academia, and you know this, everybody on here, plagiarism is a crime.
It is.
If you are taking somebody's work and you don't give them credit, it's a crime. They do not. These people said they can't do anything 5 months. It's a little time. They can't do anything 6 months. But they are willing to take credit for the roundabout that looks good. Everywhere you turn, it's trending. They are taking a photo. They won't tell you that it was President Weah that constructed it. It was paid for. In fact, it was part of the deal. They don't want us. They're now taking credit for it.
Let it ask Costa.
But these are the people we are talking about. So this man, in our own parlance, they say there are two kinds of human beings. There are those with redeeming values. Mr. Russell has no redeemable values in my book. He is. If President Weah had won the election, he wouldn't be here talking this.
Yep.
That's what hate this man has, and the group that he belongs to. That's my hate they have for these people. So for him to have now gotten rid of President Weah by all means, hook or by crook, and then come back now and put his finger in your eye and say, let us all be one big family without addressing the ills.
Exactly.
He has not spoken one thing against what's happening in Liberia, the death, the destruction, the denigration. Nothing.
Mass dismissals.
Yes. The mass dismissal, we are talking about EPS. In fact, today the House have to put up an appeal, a mandate that over 600 foreign service people that were trained and graduated from Liberian Foreign Services that President Weah nominated and sent abroad. They decided not to pay these people.
Wow.
For the past 6 months, the folks are in foreign countries. No food, no rent, no movement, nothing. The House had to get involved today. You think Russell doesn't know that? He knows. So, Mr. Gilman, I am not going to be the Pontius Pilate.
to wash your hands.
Yeah, I wash my. You can take the. You say I didn't endorse you, but you get my. I won't endorse you, but my followers, some of them will endorse you. No. This one, I will be clean. I will not even wash my hand because I don't want water near me for people that wash my hand. It is not going to happen. Thank you very much. And like I told you, I'm going to call Dr. Ungwendi. He's the Kenyan guy who is my partner there. I'm going to call. If they need help, I'll go out there and help them. But this is how passionate I am about this. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jerome Gamer, don't confuse the people before they say, Gamer Kenya.
Yeah, right.
It's still firing, I'm telling you.
It's still firing.
Even the target is long gone, but it's
the target long gone. Estimated. Still firing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Brother Conan, take it away.
Yes, my brother, great show, very, very informative, and like I said, this one for the history books.
No doubt.
You know, I didn't especially the colors, but very interesting and fascinating.
I tell you.
I mean, you can see the passion, you can see the concern, and this is how Liberia is right now. This is indicative of Liberia.
Right.
And like I stated on early in the show, my brother, you are in the diaspora here, and you got any ambition to lead a community or to lead a Liberian community in any shape or form, this should be a learning curve for you, and you should understand how to manage the community.
I tell you.
Because there is another guy that in time to come, maybe one of these days he might be under the microscope. So, and I listened to him too one time. I was disappointed because when he got elected, we were all very fascinated. And that's the mayor of
Montana, Helena, Montana.
Yes.
Yeah.
What the guy named Wilmer Collins, right?
Wilmer Collins.
Yeah. I listened to him one time at Mr. Cummings
in Charlotte, from Charlotte, North Carolina.
And there were a lot of derogatory things.
A lot of derogatory comments.
Came from that guy. I was stunned.
Booyah!
Yes. And it was all directed toward President Weah at the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, the people keep saying, oh, you know, Liberia need to be represented and XYZ. But what has your representation benefited? You know, so those are the things that people need to be looking at. And the concerns, I don't know Winfred Russell person. I never met this guy in person. But the concern people are raising, people that have lived, that have interacted, that have lived in the community. It's genuine, it's legit. People, that's an issue that needs to be addressed. People are hurting. That's why I say people are injured by those utterances. And it's concerning. I want to try to pacify the minds of our followers and others to see reasons that if somebody is authentic and remorseful in a situation, maybe you can have a conversation and see how to do it. That was the only thing I was trying to drive home.
Right.
But there are histories that have shown that many times people advocate for Liberians. Oh yeah, Liberians, the community. Of course, it's a good thing for all of us. We need more representation, especially with this America, because of our historic ties. But sometimes people are sent to these things and they drive it into complete different direction, and then others that put it there, they start to regret it. You know, it's a sad thing. I mean, the hatred, the venom, the hatred that emanated from this place today. A lot of people in Liberia are destroyed. The lives of Minister Weah. That today, this guy could be on the World Bank or somewhere today, contributing immensely. He got destroyed over there because people they destroy his reputation here. They were writing, making calls, going on Capitol Hill and destroying them. And the very people kind of say, oh, no one to represent the community. So those things sometimes it's worrisome. But again, my brother, it was a great show.
Yeah.
And I listened to the callers and I appreciate that concern. It's legitimate. But again, I would direct this to close up, I would direct this to because you don't have a reconciling president. You don't have a reconciler. You don't have a twin mother as the hem of power in Liberia right now. So I will hold him responsible because not a scintilla of reconciliation have emanated from this president office.
No, nothing.
And it's spilling over globally to the point that people are still agitated, people are still going at each other here, and this is the problem. But you had a former president who is not in office anymore. He made a call, and he still admonished people. The war peace keeps repeating itself. Peace. How much more you that are in the power right now?
Right.
It's a sad thing, my brother. And to close on, for people to be celebrating around about that George Weah paid everything for.
100%.
100% paid for.
Yeah.
It's not only shameful, it's disgraceful.
It's disgraceful.
It's disgusting.
The Benin 6 months haven't broken ground for anything.
Nothing.
It's appalling. A man that don't have shame is the one that will masquerade with his friend report card. Yes.
Increasing his budget by 3 million.
Yeah. Let me tell you this. By 2018, when President Weah assumed the leadership of Liberia, I visited Liberia in April, but then the Ramos International Airport, that terminal you got over there now, was not completed.
No.
It got fully completed under George Weah's leadership.
Weah.
But he did not go celebrating, taking the picture, showing it all around.
No.
He rather commended Ellen Johnson Sirleaf for that.
Yeah.
He didn't go there to have a grand
even the ministerial complex.
Even the ministerial complex.
Yeah.
Even the Japan freeway.
The Japan freeway.
It completely honored his wife because I visited Liberia about 2018. And he didn't go there masquerading, but rather he called Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to open that Japan freeway.
Yeah.
But you came in. You came in, you ain't even break ground for a toilet.
Nothing. You break
but
ground
rather
for
you build you build a lottery ticket booth somewhere there. Damn it.
Joyce, no get caught in Zogo Motel.
Zogo Motel, I'm telling you.
Zogo Motel.
And then you're ready and you're talking about, I heard somebody talking about, you say, oh, the man will go there to go open the place formally. Are you kidding me? You are going to open. Listen to this. The $22 million that you do on the day road, you're supposed to go open it. The day road.
Yep.
Go there and have an opening ceremony for the day road.
For the day road.
You spent $22 million for that. Come on, man. Shameless.
It's messed up already.
The road you call death trap. Today, you're running on it up and down, posting pictures on it. Are you kidding me? There is no budgetary allocation that was directed for that role. I challenge them to show me anything. Nothing. Even the first money that he signed on for, not a penny was spent on that role. Or rather, George, we have paid for it.
He paid for it. Yeah. I got a post from Amara Kone. When they started arguing about the Ramosfield Highway, Americana wrote a post. I will share it with all of you tomorrow or so. Or our next broadcast tomorrow, that July 4th. In fact, happy 4th of July.
Yeah.
Maybe we might do a July 4th celebration with all of you tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Yes, exactly.
No problem.
Nothing you have been. Either executive marshal you're in today that you have been the whole thing. Executive marshal, you're run up there. The foreign ministry got renovated, rehabilitated, renovated on Okimaya.
Yeah.
Nothing you done. You don't put warehouse on nothing over there. $22 million on day road. Break ground for the day road.
Break ground for the day road.
Thank you,
money.
Thank you, guys.
They ate that money.
Oh, my sister. The Grampy.
Like
Grumpy. The money that Grampy.
Yeah.
Not. Thank you, AB. Thanks to everyone here. We like to, in a very solemn way, extend our sympathies to Mr. and Mrs. Stephen Keir for their daughters, Dr. Stella Jeffrey's husband passing.
Indeed.
While the show was ongoing here, she trended that the man died in a tragic motor accident yesterday.
Yeah.
Tuesday. Yeah, he died in a tragic motor accident Tuesday. And we want to extend our prayers and sympathies to them. We're gonna do this song for them by Rodney.
You're so good to me for all you have done. Lord, I give you praise. You're so good to me. For all you have done, I wanna give you praise. Say, Lord, you've been good to me. For all you have done, Lord, I give you praise. You've been, Lord, you've been good to me. For all you have done, I wanna give you praise. Look at me, how you bless my life. For all you have done, I give you praise. I can testify of your goodness, for all you have done. I wanna give you praise. You've been good, yeah. Good to me. Yeah. For all you have done. Oh, Lord, I give you praise. Yeah. Lord, you've been good to me. For all you have done. God, I wanna give you praise.
Again, we say thanks a whole lot. And thanks to our guest, Mr. Kamar, Executive Director, Organization of Liberians in Minnesota, the OLM, for a brilliant conversation on here tonight. Hopefully, we're going to be hosting Mr. Winfred Russell right here anytime soon. When the arrangements are made, we'll keep you posted.
You ready be good to me. All you have done, I got to praise Hallelujah. This is someone.
Helena Flomo, where have you been? I see your comment tonight. You were not here, but you're here now.
All right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You ready to be good to me, oh God.
Mas SB Pelu. All right, folks, I do have to say a happy 4th of July. God's willing, we're going to be with you tomorrow to celebrate with you, okay?
There is a reason to praise the Lord. There is a reason to praise the Lord.
Thanks to our team of panelists and analysts for a splendid job tonight. All of you distributors of the show, thank you a whole lot. Those of you that trended with us, thanks also.
Minister Praise Shema, Rodney P. We give it a praise, Lord. Hallelujah. Woo.